All right, folks, welcome back to another session of Pax Mithdosica. Unfortunately, Peach is not here at the moment. Hopefully, she'll drop by in a bit once she's feeling a bit better. And let's just kick it off with a summary of what happened last time, where we're at, future plans. Ethan, why don't you start? Why don't you provide a summary?
Well, we were mucking around in the southern mountains. I remember that much. I'm trying to remember what specifically we did.
Well, there was the mansion.
Other than
with the rat.
Fae.
There was the Fae. That is literally all that happened. Yeah, just as a reminder of where we're picking back up. You guys are atop a mountain which provides you a beautiful view over Gela Isle. You've just finished talking to the Fae. It is sitting in its tree now. It's vibing. The professor's off sketching, trying to make a rough-ish map of the island. Yeah, what are the short-term goals that we're trying to achieve? What are we doing?
We're trying to get information on the Raven King.
Mm-hmm.
How to defeat this individual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neutralize him.
Okay. Well then, the five of you are at the mountaintop. The Fae is withdrawn into their tree, and we are. Let's go to the Gela Isle map. Let's just get that nice view of the island. Where to?
Oh, let's see here.
Yogi, you may need to pull upon your notes. Well,
that's right. We did get the map, didn't we?
Indeed. You don't have this permanently. It's just while you're atop the mountain. But
wait, but we got the professor to sketch us.
Well, he's not going to make a perfect map, but yes, he is in the process of sketching one. Yeah.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Do we need my notes for something?
Well, yeah. Just what are you guys doing? What's the next step?
What are we closest to out of the... I don't know that I had notes on this, man.
Oh. Well, there are the Feistier, the hillmen of the southern forests, that could yield some results. There is the, of course, town of Varuzia, which you're going to drop the professor at before heading up north. And then in the northern mountains, there's the laboratory, the halls, and the eldest tree of the island.
We should probably make our way to that eldest tree thing, or I don't know what the other steps are. There's like a bunch of different steps we need to do.
There was like 5 steps for the Fae quest.
And I feel like we need Renesmee present for like a few of those to know if like a boar is cowardly and like all this other
if anyone's gonna know, it's probably her.
Yeah, so you can put the Fate quest on the back burner. Oof, wrong pipe. Oh,
I think that's where it was going anyway.
Yeah, it didn't seem like you're all that thrilled to pursue it in the first place, so.
Yeah.
So then that would leave the more concrete steps.
While we're... Wait, when you said the hillmen of the southern forest?
Yeah.
Southern forest, southern slopes? Mm-hmm. Is that like where we are now?
Oh, that sounds like what we should do then.
Okay. All you were told was that before the Raven King came, there were tribes in the northern and the southern hills. However, the southern ones are godless. They do not worship the Raven Tyrant like those in the north.
So all we know is these people don't worship the Raven Tyrant.
Maybe they'll have info about him anyway.
Maybe there's a reason they don't believe and they are anti.
Could be. Now you just gotta find him.
Well, I think the wise idea is to...
anything from up here that indicates a village, specifically in like
smokestacks.
Well, no, just like smoke, like trails leading up into the air.
Yeah, sure. Roll a perception check. Actually, yeah. You guys head down just a little bit on the slope to the pathway leading up to the grove. The professor is there sketching away at his rough rendition of the isle. You can look over his shoulder and see the map making progress. It's not great. He'll be able to tell you like cardinal directions to various places, But, you know, it's not like he has any measuring tool to actually say, like, oh, these things are this distance apart. So it's still going to be very rough navigation, but it's better than nothing. Anyways,
That would be good enough.
yeah, let's get a perception check, Maximus, as you look over the surrounding woods.
Let's see how that's going to go. Wham!
Yeah, you know, you plant your boot on a rock and just begin to stare out into the distance, analyzing the woods around you. In the near vicinity, there's a pretty sharp line between cultivated farmland and then woods. But once you're in the woods, there's no sign of, like, habitation. There's not massive opened up clearings. There's not, you know, smoke rising from a nestled quiet valley. But you are aware that because of the hilly terrain all around this mountaintop, there could be like a dozen hidden valleys that you can't see that a decently sized population could be hidden in. Additionally, you notice that you do see smoke rising from the settlements around the forest, especially the Aventadorus estate and the lumberyard. But more noticeable than that is a large, thick, black plume of smoke rising from Verusia.
That's probably not good. I'll point it out to everyone.
When we were in Verusia, was there any kind of like heavy factory things going on?
No.
Like Verusia might be on fire.
Yeah,
That's
and
probably
when it's a giant plume and it's dark, that indicates it's probably not wood. It's things other than wood being burned.
So should we
hurry.
forego this southern group and just sprint? I mean, it's still going to take a couple days to get there regardless, right? We have to get past this lake.
Yeah, the professor looks over and says, well, if we're going on horseback, we could try to go north and cross the bridge there. But fording the river, I don't know if we'd get there in any reasonable amount of time.
How long does it take Renesmee to do it? That's
1
only
day.
11 miles.
Day.
That can be a day, right?
Yeah. Basically, let me pull up my thing. Movement speed thing. Okay, so what is that? 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours to get here, 2 hours to get there. So it'd be 4 hours to get out of the forest. And then once you're out of the forest, since you're all on horseback, you'd be able to go 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. So just about nightfall. At nightfall, you'd be arriving at Verusia. It'd take half the day to get out the mountain and then the other half to ride there.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go see what the fuck's going on over there.
Okay. You guys head back to the horses. Gore is ready to go running. Mickey is ready to descend the slopes at a blustering speed. And slowly as you descend, you lose your wonderful view that provided you illumination over the island. So we are back to our vision limited by fog. A true tragedy. Look how small that vision is. So sad. Luckily, though, if you ever ask me, basically, the benefit now is if you ask me where a place is, rather than just saying, oh, it's roughly, I'm just going to tell you, like, oh, it's in this direction and there's this obstacle in the way. Because he has a rough map. Okay, you guys begin to descend the slopes. The 4 hours it takes to get back to the lumberyard and, like, back out onto the grasslands is relatively uneventful. As you enter the lumberyard, a lot of the workers aren't actually at work. You can see them about 2 miles away along the river's edge, just a distant crowd, and they seem to all be watching the smokestacks rising from Verusia, which have only grown more billowing in the 4 hours it took you to descend from the mountain. And then we enter the grasslands, and I would like, let's just do Severus. Severus, roll a perception check as you guys are around there.
At 12.
A 12. Okay. What are your guys' marching order as you're traveling through the countryside? I'm going to tell you what I got, and then if you want to make any addendums, we'll go from there. So what I have is Maximus in the front, Renesmee behind him, Zednius, the professor, Severus, and then Lars taking up the rear.
I think that's right.
Okay.
I believe
sounds
so.
All right, then.
I have a passive
All the way
perception
up.
of 13. Does that matter?
That does matter, yes. Actually, does anyone have a passive perception above a 13? Because that would be
I
right.
also have a 13.
Renesmee, most certainly.
Oh,
yeah,
I'll
Renesmee,
check.
Yeah,
has-
Renesmee will.
Renesmee has like a 17.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of checking. I forget. Normally, she's the perception checker.
Yeah, because that's a druid.
Yeah,
with both
she has a
main
16.
stuff.
Okay, well then, as you guys are riding along, None of those passive perceptions are high enough to notice it, and obviously the active one made by Severus near the back of the column was not sufficient. So you guys are riding along the edge of the woods. It's a pretty narrow gap between the Yaruga River and the woods to your east. And then, ahead of you, basically, it's technically emerging from the fog, though you are the ones approaching it. You see a dead horse with an arrow pierced through its neck, and you can hear a rider, like the horse's rider is like trapped underneath it, and he's calling out in Gelen. So, Maximus, you can't make out the individual words, even if you spoke the language, you couldn't hear him, but you can tell it's not Mythos or Common.
I'll start galloping towards.
What's going on?
Professor, what's he shouting?
The professor will ride up to the front of the column alongside Maximus and say, He says he was ambushed. Struck by horrific creatures.
I'm gonna look left, look right.
Mongrels.
By now,
Do I see anything?
By now, the column has sort of stacked up a little bit as you've all sort of rode a bit closer to the front to get a view.
I want to break the formation
Okay.
and gallop ahead towards the guy.
Okay, well, then I'll adjust some things.
And as I do, I want to get out my dagger and my parrying dagger, if possible.
Yeah, that's all right. As you do that, arrows are going to begin to whistle from the direction of the woods as Severus rides past all of you.
No!
And we are going to roll into
Damn it, Severus!
initiative. All right, let's boom.
We're gonna get attacked anyways. I'd rather have this guy be alive so he can tell us what the fuck happened.
Yeah, but like we could have, I don't know, not ridden right into the ambush.
You're kind of already in it. The
we
second
already
you stopped,
have.
yeah. The second your horse
Well,
is stopped, you're kind of...
That was my fault. If we're this close to the guy, then we're probably already being targeted.
Yeah, that's the thing. Technically, the guy isn't on the map. He's so far. We'll put him over in the top left. We'll put him here, and we'll just mentally all know that guy is really fucking far away. He's like thousands of feet away. Anyways.
Jeez.
Well, yeah, because he's at the very edge of your vision, so it'd be 1.5 miles or something. Okay.
I see.
That
Okay,
far? Holy
never mind.
shit.
Yeah.
Wait, I can hear people screaming that far and understand what they're saying.
I think, no, you can't understand what they're saying, but...
No, but like, hear what they're saying, because the professor said that he knows what he said.
Oh, no,
Which
sorry.
means he has
There's
the
a
audible-
misunderstanding
audible.
there. No, the professor was not able to gather everything he was saying. He just got like a couple things like ambush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or
I
maybe
must
a
have missed
bit
that. I
closer
thought
than
he was
1.5
considerably
miles.
closer.
Yeah, maybe a bit closer than that. But the point is, he's still thousands of feet away, well beyond, within visual range, but beyond.
Are these the Screamer
interaction.
guys? Do these guys look like the Screamer boys?
Yeah, we'll talk about them in a second once we get into proper combat. But
Are those the Raven guys?
they look like Zednians.
Oh yeah, I forgot we called them Zednians.
Yeah, I will never forget that.
Wait, this guy's wearing armor. That seems spooky.
Zemarav Pushtin?
That's the professor.
Who's that? Oh.
We just never call him that, but that's his name.
I just thought he was the professor. I thought
No,
that
he has. Okay, yeah. So
was what we call him.
a volley of arrows
remember
comes
that
out of the
his last
woods,
name was, like,
and here's the thing: this
Push
isn't
and
really a surprise round, so all of them aren't going to get a fire. It's just going to be the ones who had readied actions. Because I mean, you literally the second you saw the guy
Which is
hit by an
basically
arrow,
the
you're
same thing as surprise rounds.
That's
well,
a
no,
lot
because
of
not
that.
all of them are going to take attacks, so it's a little bit different. Okay, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Realistically, Severus is super far forward, so that's going to be 6 attacks on Severus. These are all at a plus. What's the modifier? Plus 5. So
My AC is 18.
18. So 13s are above. That's going to be 2 hits, and then they do 1d6
No,
plus.
not 13s above, 14s above, because we need to beat, not meet.
Well, yeah, correct.
in this
and
case,
it's
it
still
doesn't
2
make a
hits.
difference,
Yeah,
2
true.
Yeah.
It's 1d6 plus 4, so 2 of those. So we get
Oh, God,
2d6
the
plus
crows.
8. I forgot to add the short bow attacks to their sheet, so that's why I'm rolling them.
Would I be
anyway.
able to react?
Yes, you could reduce the damage of either it'd be 8
Yeah, I'd
or...
be reacting to the first one.
Okay, the first one then that would
Otherwise it's
be
metagaming.
you take 11
Okay.
damage instead of 14.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's 2 arrows that are going to be shot towards the rear of the column, which would be Lars. So that's going to be 2d20 plus, and these are plus 5. So I think
Ooh.
both of those hit.
Oh,
it's gonna be
jeez.
2d6.
Lars isn't doing good, right?
No,
Yeah, remember when
he's
we
at
were
half
supposed to take
HP.
a long rest, guys? I
True,
remember
that
when-
was supposed
I
to
remember
happen.
those.
In Veruzia, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're going to Veruzia.
Okay, so this is the
We're
critical,
going back there.
and then this is the normal one. So that's 21 damage, Lars.
I'm already out this
what?
fight.
Could
What
you
friends?
mark,
Okay.
because what weapons are they shooting with? Short bows?
Short bows. Short bows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curious. Because I know the effective range for those is like, what, 60 feet?
Yeah, it's only this front row that shot at you guys, not the rear
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So that is the surprise, as it were. And then the swarm of raven. Which group is this? Oh, this is going to be the northern 3. So the northern 3 groups of ravens move forward, and they begin to peck and poke. So movements, that's 55
Is
feet.
Lars like unconscious?
No,
Very close. I'm 1 attack away.
very
Okay.
close.
I just wanted to know if I should go use a healer's kit to stabilize you or something.
Okay, so that one dashed. These two are just going to do normal attacks. I think that misses. These are on your horse, by the way. Oh no, one of those hits.
Oh, what's my
for
horse AC? Oh, no.
10. So it takes your horse
10,
takes
yeah.
11 damage as its skin is pecked at, flesh peeled off.
Oh my
Xenius.
god, it's almost dead.
It's like half HP, yeah. Oh no, I already removed 11. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
so it's
Eldritch
half.
Blast the bottom guy. I'm gonna like go down here.
On horseback, or are you
Shoot this
detaching
guy.
flying mode?
How fast? I can stay on horseback.
Okay.
Or would that make my attack worse?
No. Wait, do you have a land vehicles proficiency?
I don't have a land.
Then yes, it would
proficiency,
make your attacks worse.
no. Then I'm off the horse.
Okay. All right then. You leave your horse. You leap off your horse and fly from its back. What's your movement speed from flying?
It's still 30.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. Okay. Then yeah, make your Eldritch Blast attack. A 26 does indeed hit. I assume you're pushing him back out of the cover he's in.
Sure.
Okay. You push him back 10 feet. He takes 7 force damage. The second one also hits, so he takes 15 from that as well, and you can push him up against the cliff. Okay. Now we get the next swarm of ravens. These ones are going to move, that's just normal movement, onto, well, we'll split them. One is onto Mickey, which he's going to take a beak attack against. That hits.
Peach is here.
Hold on. Let me,
Oh,
hold-
is it Peach?
Yep.
Hello, Peach. Welcome. We are in combat.
Oh my god. Okay.
I hope you're feeling better.
I'm alive.
All right. I already rolled into initiative, so we'll get to that in a sec. We were saying something, Ethan.
Yeah, Bozo, I'm gonna use my reaction to force it to attack me.
And I think a 21 misses. Okay. All right. And then
Yep,
a beak
correct.
onto Renesmee's horse. Not Nami, though. TM, because that was left on the mainland. It hits Renesmee's horse for, 4 piercing.
Damn.
That could have been something else.
What the
Okay.
fuck are we fighting?
Zednians, the beast folk type things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm typing
A
your
lot
recap
of them.
right now. Give me a second.
A decent number.
And Lars is already out of commission. pretty much.
Yeah, he's not dead, but he is
Oh my
very
God.
hurt. Okay, so these southern 3 mongrels. Well, this one that's... Oh, sorry, this one's bloody. The one that you shoved into the cliff for like 20, whatever damage, 23 damage is injured. So he's going to run upward, and he's going to action dash and just run off into the denseness of the woods. You could pursue him if you want, but that'll be for once the combat's over. As for these other 2, this one's going to rush forward and stab a halberd towards Peach's horse, which hits for 13 slashing damage. That horse is bloodied. And then this other one is going to move forward to here. He's going to Raven Shriek at Maximus, so make it a intelligence saving throw. Oh wait, if it hits you.
And it has an attack. Oh, damn, it hit me.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it hits you. Okay, so it hits you for 4 psychic damage. Now make an intelligence saving throw.
4's not so bad. Saving throw. Well, I have a...
Now you're telling me you're not a genius. Oh, he is a genius! I was just about to say he's not a genius, but he is a genius. I was wrong. Okay, all right. Yeah,
Galaxy brain!
yeah, you're fine. Okay, then the northern group of mongrels. These 4 lads. They're going to run down from the slopes in the direction of Severus. I think these are all action dashes. Yeah, these are all action dashes. None of them can attack this turn. Okay, that swarm of ravens. Oh, I needed to delete from the initiative. They already went. Okay, then this group. Oh, we got our 2 little bush mongrels. These lads are going to take 2 additional short bow attacks at Severus.
I assume I have cover because I'm encircled by tons
You're
of
on
them.
horseback, so you don't have cover. Your horse does.
Wait, they have
But
horses?
You're on horseback,
What?
so
Oh,
you're
I assume
elevated
that since I'm
significantly
so
above them.
close and they're like somewhat tall, that it still makes it harder for them to hit me.
They're
Especially
not
since
as
they're
tall as a
standing inside
horse,
a
no.
bush.
They're not as tall as a horse.
Well, not as tall as. Wait.
If they were
how tall is a
targeting your horse would probably have full cover because there is so many bodies protecting it. But you're on horseback, so it's your horse plus your height. You're like 12 feet, 13 feet in the air. So
What?
you definitely...
No way. I'm not standing on my feet on my horse.
Sure, so
how
then
tall
3
is my
feet...
horse? 9 feet?
No, it's like, okay, we'll say 3 or 4 feet on top of your horse's height, which is like, let's say 5 foot at the shoulder. So that's like still 8 or 9 feet in the air, your head. So they could easily, target the central mass of your chest without any cover. If you like ducked low on your horse or something, maybe, but you haven't had a chance to do that because it's not your turn. Speaking of which, though, Severus, it's your turn.
Oh, then I'm gonna take the short bow attacks.
Okay. They did. They missed.
I
Yeah.
mislooked. Oh my goodness. Can I use my cunning action to get off of my horse?
I think. Let me double check my house rules document. I'm pretty sure we ruled that it's just like whatever the default rule for dismounting is. So what is it? What is the default rule for dismounting? At one point I knew.
I think it's just movement.
Is it just? I feel like it is just movement. Dismounting.
I thought it was an action.
I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's just movement.
Once during your turn, you can dismount a creature. Doing so costs in movement equal to half your speed. I think it's because you guys don't have. You have a land vehicles proficiency?
No.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, so it's going to be an action since you don't have a land vehicles proficiency.
Yes.
Cunning action does not give you an action. It gives you bonus action, right?
Yeah, it allows me to use the bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide.
Well, yeah.
And I was wondering if it would allow me to like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Speed
flavor-wise.
dismount. No.
Okay. Like with an acrobatics check or something. Yeah, that's fine.
No. I mean...
Yep. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Land vehicles
Just
proficiency.
fall off your horse, bozo.
True. Based.
Well, if I disengage, they can still take an attack of opportunity at my horse.
No. You and your horse would both be disengaged.
Even if I use my cunning action to disengage.
Yeah.
Like bonus action.
Yeah, as long as you're doing the disengage
Okay,
action,
so-
you and your horse are
Yeah,
disengaged.
I'm doing cunning action disengage.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm going. The horse has what? 40 feet speed.
60 feet.
60 feet.
They fast as
I'm
fuck.
going over like here,
Okay.
and could I like, as I'm going by, slash at one of them?
Sure. Yeah.
Here's the real interesting question. For sneak attack, would that work because my horse is theoretically also an ally
An
that's
allied
adjacent to
creature.
the same enemy?
I think we rolled previously yes.
Okay. So I want to like disengage, and as I'm disengaging, I want to slash at this dude once.
As I'm disengaging, I want to slash at this dude once.
Like, as I'm moving.
Well,
It's
the
not like
problem
this
is,
complicated.
yeah.
Just
Oh,
attack
wait.
him and then disengage.
Yeah,
I
attack
don't
him
want
and then
to
disengage. Yeah. Keep it nice and shrimple. Keep
Oh, yeah,
it
right.
shrimple. But yes,
Fair.
flavor-wise,
That's
yes, it
totally
would be as your horse rides away, you slash it. But attack and then disengage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna forgo the attack roll and use my ruby necklace.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
To go on automatic.
Where'd you get this again?
10.
Somewhere.
From the desk of the Raven Tyrant's
Oh, yeah.
study.
Okay, what's your attack then? 10 plus.
It's a +8, so 18.
That definitely hits, yeah. So dagger plus sneak attack.
Well, I roll it. That's the +8. You see it right there. It's
That is a nasty
19.
blow. You plunge it into his neck. Blood splurts out onto the grass. The Mongol growls in pain. Yeah, and you can just disengage, so you can move over to the Raven.
Yeah, like I think it's here. There we go.
Okay. Renesmee.
I'm sorry if you already covered this, but
Yeah,
can
it's
I
alright.
get off of my horse
As an action, yeah.
without getting opportunity attacks if I get off like this way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How much movement is that?
That would just be your action, so you have all 30 feet of your movement remaining.
Fuck. Okay, that is my action though.
Yeah.
Getting off is at 15 feet?
No, only if you have a land vehicle's proficiency.
Oh.
I want to help Lars,
Yeah.
but how? If I move my horse this way, do I get opportunity attack?
Well, you're no longer on your horse, so... Oh, you're saying if you stay mounted. Yes, if you stay
if I
mounted,
stay
your
mounted.
horse would take an opportunity attack for doing that.
Got it. Will my horse take an opportunity attack anyways if it wants to flee?
Yeah.
No, because it'll use its
Well-
action, right?
Oh, if it wants to flee on its own, yeah, I thought you were saying if you moved away. But yeah, if you dismount and let your horse do its own thing, it'll action disengage and just run away full speed.
Okay. Then I'll do that. I will
Okay.
try and unmount this way. Any
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's within 5 feet of the horse.
Got it, yeah. I'll go here and let me see what my Cure Wounds is touch. So I guess I will just walk like around here.
Okay.
Yeah, to be like
Sure.
on this side. And as soon as I can, I will cure wounds on him.
Okay, next turn then.
One sec, let me think if I can do anything else.
You do
Bonus
what you
action.
Yeah, I can bonus action, but I don't have very many good bonus actions other than turning into a wolf or something.
Do you have healing word? That's a good healing bonus action.
That's a
Oh,
D4 compared to a
it's
D8 for the
true,
same amount of
but
spell
it's
slots.
better than
Yeah.
Before you end your turn... Wait, did you say that demounting was a full action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can I
Unless
just
you
like
have blood beacon for efficiency.
can I bonus action just like tell my horse in horse language whatever that it
No,
needs to run?
because you don't speak horse language, and actually you always need to cast speak with animal.
Fuck, right, okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're not a native horse speaker. Okay, well, then that is your turn. It is now the mongrel's turn. This group of mongrels specifically. This one is within
Even
melee of.
Zednians.
Yeah, Zednians, true. This one's within action dash range of Severus. The other one, though, within just like normal walking up range. So he's going to make a great axe attack against your horse, which hits. And he
fucking horse gonna die.
he cleaves into its side, tearing flesh apart. Lars injured, battered, but you can see Renesmee is like reaching up towards you, trying to heal you.
On my
it
turn, will I
Peach's,
be able to reach him?
On your
Because I'm a
turn,
dwarf,
yes,
but-
you would be able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if he runs like 60 away, no.
Well, yes. Correct. Yeah, I mean, yes.
He knows my attention.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Is Peach's horse already run away on her turn?
No, it doesn't take its turn until the end of the round.
Oh.
Every other time we've dismounted, they've just immediately run away.
Yeah, because they didn't want to fuck with it, but now I think one of those creatures acts before the
He wants to
horse
kill it.
does. So
Wait, but just let it dismount and run away, because it should run away like everyone else.
well,
does.
if we wanted to be
Like
really
everything else.
specific with it, what we do is we'd roll into initiative for the horse every time you dismount, because now it's an independent creature. But instead of doing that,
I think that
I've just been making my life
no,
simpler.
no mongrels attack before the new
Oh,
initiative.
is that true?
Or one
Um,
mongrel attacks, but it's not one of the one next to it.
Oh, you're right. It's not one of the ones. Yeah, sure, I can disengage him.
Yeah, I just want
Okay.
him to run away.
I'll dismount. My horse will run away.
Support horse rights.
Nesme's healing me.
Oh, is there someone else who wanted to dismount? By the way, I just put you down at a somewhat arbitrary spot. He do be bracing up. Dota? Help. Oh, wait, what? Oh, apparently, I can be heard, but I cannot hear them. Interesting. It's an odd thing. Alright, well, hey, you know, we're 40 minutes in, it's a little bit early for a break, but, a 5-minute break while I get this shit working. All right, it's been fixed. Let's go back into it. So, Lars, it was your turn. I saw you braced up in the chat. Yeah.
I guess I'll position like that.
Okay. All right, Professor Pushtin, the hero of the party. He is going to, brave as he is, gather together the horse, and he's going to withdraw.
Yeah, that's smart of him.
Yeah, you do be smart. Maximus. This is not a server issue. This is just because he's muted on Discord. He just forgot. He forgot he was muted.
I bet if someone walked up to him and asked him.
True, that probably did happen.
Hey,
Hey, you know, he's taking a long time, so you know what? Maximus, I think on his turn, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's probably going to... Oh, he's back. Yeah, that's what I was about to do. Yeah, again.
Probably like move a bit so he's flanking with me, maybe?
Yeah, sure. You can flank the swarm of ravens.
That works, I suppose.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, he moves.
Thank you.
And he go... Aren't
Doesn't,
with his
aren't they
lance.
flanking him now?
Technically, but if he kills them, then he's not getting flanked.
Surely.
They're dead. That's a lot of fucking damage. That's like 32 damage. Holy shit. Yeah, he skewers the entire swarm of his lance. Holy fuck. Makes a free kebab instantly. Okay, that was Maximus' turn. Now we get the green Mongols. They are going to descend on Severus, and that horse is about to be Ribbozo. We got a Great Axe. We got a Maul. Both of which hit. Both of which cleave into the flesh of the horse and kill it. Make a dexterity saving throw, Severus. Have you guys never fought these before? I feel like...
We have.
Okay. I was gonna say, I thought you did. Okay, you avoid getting... You avoid the same situation as the courier and manage to right yourself before you are trapped underneath the horse. So, you're good. You're chilling. Swarm of crows. Oh, okay. This northern swarm of crows is going to fly towards you, Severus. They have no purpose in life except to peck your eyeballs out and devour them. Miss. Zendius.
I'm going to fly up, like, hold on, like 30 feet to there.
Okay.
Let me check this distance. I'm gonna drop.
Don't
the
forget
orb
A squared
right
plus
there.
B squared.
We're orbing right there.
Alright, he's orbing. What is the radius on orb? It's been so long since we've orbed.
20, 30?
That's a good question.
It's been so long.
I'm gonna click it.
We forgot. We
20
actually
foot-
forgot.
Hold on. 5 foot diameter,
20-foot radius?
20 foot radius.
Okay. Alright, that is going to be... Well, first of all, how many, like, charges are you using?
4.
Okay, so roll the whatever the damage is going to be. I think it's 4d8, something like that. Yeah, it's been ages since we've used this. I don't know why it's been so long. 4d10? Oh my god, I'm doing low.
Yeah, but I rolled terribly.
And it's deck save?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will go from
All fail.
top to bottom. So first one. Oh, all fail? Well, doesn't matter then.
Yep.
This one gets sucked in 10 feet. This one plugs the hole. We'll make it a little bit
No.
smaller.
Do they all have the
these
same
guys-
modifier? Are they all crow mongrels?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just different
They're all
types of
they're
crow
like different
mongrels.
Trojans.
Yeah, but yeah, they have different ACs and health and weapons and stuff, but they're all still crow mongrels. Okay, so that central crow mongrel takes 17 bludgeoning damage as, you know, one arm gets sucked into the void and he begins to scream. He begins to scream as his body is being spaghettified by the orb. Alright, that was your turn. Grim. Okay, one of these ravens is remaining, which is going to peck at... Actually, this raven will fly up to you, Zednius, and peck you.
No.
No! And you're fine, because you have more
Yeah.
AC than almost anyone in the party except for Maximus.
Ah.
That is crazy.
He's like a god tank, and he's always flying up in the air.
I have such bad AC.
Alright, then we have the crow mongrels. Hopefully Ethan's here, because he may want to use one of his wacky features here that I don't know about. And it's going to be flanking attacks, 2 halberds stabbing at Mickey. Speak now or forever
Wait, are
hold
they
your
even
peace, Ethan.
wait? I don't think they're allowed to attack Mickey, right?
All
I think
three
they
of
are.
those are.
All three. Oh, it's 2, but all 2 of them are on you.
Doesn't he have like a feature that
Oh,
only he is attacked? Or if they have like
no,
disadvantage attacking his mount?
No, that used to be the feature, and then Alex nerfed the fuck out of it.
Based.
Wait, when?
I don't even remember doing that, but that was a good thing I did.
That's literally the main
wait,
feature.
nope, sorry, that was against me. Attack rolls against my mount have disadvantage, that's from something completely different.
So,
Yeah.
which is it? They have to attack you, or they have disadvantage on attacking
No,
them?
attack rolls against my mount. are-
Okay, well then I guess they're both on you. Obviously, you know, the second one misses because you.
That's it.
But the first one hits for 13 slashing damage. God
Jesus
damn!
Christ.
When is one of the
Please.
mongrels? When's an enemy gonna, man up and just attack the horse anyway?
For disadvantage, just for I don't know what the benefit
You
of
know
that
what?
would be, but
You know what? Fuck,
Yeah?
fuck this thing. I'm
Yeah?
using warding maneuver. Get fucked.
what does that do?
It just allows me to roll a dice, and I get to add that to my AC.
Oh, okay. Well, roll it. If it's literally a 1 or more, then it succeeds.
I'm just gonna not take the damage.
Hey, you could roll poorly. Who knows? Okay, fine. All right, now we have the Crow Mongol. So this is difficult terrain. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so they all have 20 feet of movement left. These ones go here. This one is going to go here. The one in the actual, like, eye of the ball, yeah, I think he's fucked. Or no. Wait, no. If he action dashes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then he has 10 feet left. And then these last 2 lads are going to 10, 20, 30, 40. It was zombies that were fucked. There's literally no way a zombie can escape that. I was remembering there was some creature that was, like, guaranteed to die if they ever gotten that. Okay, Severus.
Well, my horse is dead, so that
Holy
saves an
wait,
action.
I just got a crazy good idea for a level 9 feature. Wait, when's your next Warlock feature, Yogi? Is it like level 9 or subclass
Probably, I
feature?
don't
Warlock subclass. Anyways, take your turn.
It might be
Sorry.
10,
Level 10?
9 or 10.
It's
Okay.
10.
It's 10? Bro, I got a crazy
I
idea
checked.
for the feature at level 10.
Yeah,
Anyways,
just give him an
Severus,
FDIC.
continue. No.
Oh.
AC.
Okay, anyways. Severus.
I'm just gonna attack, actually. Bonus action disengage.
Okay,
Move to here. And attack this guy.
sounds good to me.
That's advantage, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's 17.
17.
Does that hit that one? Yes, it does.
18 damage.
Okay,
Six,
that is
one,
an
two,
instant. Yeah, it's an instant bloody as you plunge the dagger into its back. The goat, this particular one has sort of a goat face and goat horns. But then it has like the lower body of a sheep, which sounds similar but distinctly cuter. Sheeps are much cuter than goats. Goats are kind of, So you stab this fluffy little creature and it squeals out in agony as you stab it. Renesmee.
I believe you just landed.
I am going to reach over to Lars and quickly put my hand around his wrist, and I'm going to cast, what's it called? Cure Wounds at the. Ooh, the question is second or third? Second or third? How down bad are you, Lars?
Very.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Then I'll cast it at the.
I'm at
third
6
level.
out of 50 HP.
Sooner the better, because
Wait, you
I'm
have this max
tanky,
HP
but
there?
No, this is a joke.
I'm not that tanky.
Did you roll bad on your HP rolls, though?
No, he didn't roll bad. Oh wait, did he
Wait,
roll
is
bad?
that
Oh wait,
less
no,
HP
he
than
did
me?
roll bad. He inted like 2 levels. Anyways, you heal for 14,
What did I roll?
Lars.
14?
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
That's good. No, when he said bad on HP rolls, he just means that Lars's max HP is not particularly high. Because he rolled pretty bad on a couple of them.
Yeah, which I assume he has like a D10 in his class.
I don't think so. I
Maybe
think it's
D12.
No, D8.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
What?
think so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a D10 class.
But I mean, I have
Insane amounts of
8
temp
times I can
HP.
gain temporary HP.
Yeah.
as
If
well as
anything, this
having
man
all
should get
damage.
like D4 hit dice because he's so fucking tanky with all those temp HP. Okay, now these crow mongrels are going to continue their.
I think I'm also gonna turn into
A
a
frodder,
giant.
I understand.
I want to turn into an elk.
An
Just
elk.
a real big elk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Wait.
Giant
She
elk.
said she meant giant elk, I think.
I don't. She doesn't have access to a giant elk yet. I don't think so.
Oh.
I think
She
giant elks
does
are
by
like
CR
CR
level.
That's it.
It's
She
CR2.
charged? There was something that she turned into she was able to do charges with, and I thought it was an elk. Was like
I thought it was an elk, not a giant elk, though. Giant
No,
elks and
no,
elks are like
giant
pretty
elk.
different.
Giant elk is a CR2, which I think she has access to.
Yeah,
so
I have
can
access
do
to
it.
that.
Okay, well then.
I'm talking
well, I don't have
giant
a I don't have a giant elk stat block. I don't think so. I gotta go find
Well,
it.
it's
Wait, what level are we? 8? Yeah, she has
here,
access
one
to CR2.
sec.
Unless I do have a
Here.
giant elk.
We're 8? Wait.
Yeah,
No,
that's
wait,
like
wait.
seven.
Wait, are we 7? Or in that case, she can't. Wait, no, she can use CR.
Because I'm Circle of the Moon Druid.
Moon
Okay,
Druid,
she's
yeah,
level
yeah.
7 moon druid. She can be a giant elk.
Yes.
She
Okay,
can.
Yes.
Renesmee is now a
She
giant
can-
elk.
I'll try to- I'll try to-
I'm a
roll-
big fucking elk.
Roll 5d12 plus 10.
5d12.
Yeah. Big elk.
God. Have any of you seen
She's
the
so
fucking
large.
chick? Okay, that's a bit too.
No,
big.
it's a huge-sized creature. That's how big it is.
Wait, it is a huge sized creature?
Yes, that is a giant elk.
Okay.
I thought it was a bit large.
No, that's a normal elk. Normal elks are large-sized.
It's fucked up.
And I still have all of my speed.
Yep,
So.
Is that how big my other character's elk is?
correct. Yeah.
I am going to
Jeez.
walk. I don't know,
Bunch of
around
giant
here. Yeah,
Okay.
like around here.
Yeah, you have 60 feet
and
of
then
movement,
I'm gonna
so.
go. Yeah, I'm gonna ram straight into this motherfucker right here.
Yeah, you charge towards him.
Boom.
Your horns lowered. That is, if an elk moves in a straight line at least 20 feet, which you did, then hits with
Yeah.
a ram attack on the same turn. So you have to make a ram attack, which is a d20 plus 6.
Which she can't.
Flash roll,
She can roll, man.
please.
Surely
No,
she
she can't attack because she already used action to cure wounds.
Oh.
No, it's like an automatic thing, isn't it?
No. The attack is not automatic. You have to make a ram attack as your action.
Got it. Well, I'm running into him, so it's if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 14.
Yes, but all that is if you hit him with a ram attack.
Yeah, if an elk moves at least 20 feet straight towards the target and then hits with a ram attack on the same
Yeah,
turn.
so without an action,
Then
you
the
can't
rest
attack.
happens.
So, but you can prep
Okay.
for a charge next turn.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
move like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like doing that
here.
thing where like I
Getting
think
ready.
bulls do this where they like pat their feet
Oh,
against the
yeah.
ground, getting ready to charge forward. You're doing that, and
That's
that mongrel
exactly
is
what I'm fucking
terrified.
doing.
He's shaking his boots, except for the fact he's not looking. But if he were,
Have any of you guys looked at the fucking 1D&D druid changes?
I have not looked at any of the 1D&D stuff.
They're horrible.
Oh,
They can no longer
nice.
use like animal stat blocks.
Yeah,
It's, like,
wild shape
all
is your stat block
generic.
now. It's generic as fuck. Oh, yeah, and the only thing that
fuck
changes
since
is how it
when?
looks.
Nice.
Like, no matter if
They're
you're
like,
like a
oh, you're an
squirrel or a wolf, you
air
have the same
spirit.
stat block.
Wow.
That's so stupid.
Well,
And you have to be,
mongrels.
don't you have to be like a really high level to be a small creature or a tiny creature?
Yeah.
That actually makes
You
sense.
can't
That
even
one
be a-
makes sense.
No.
They're kind of busted.
Well,
Anyways, these are attacks on you, Maximus. Though they both miss, so it
Bozos.
literally does not matter. All right, Lars, how you doing? Don't forget about it. I'm fucking walking in.
Oh my god.
Was he with the rat from last session?
No. That guy was not New
Yeah,
York, okay? He was Italian. No, it's Lars's turn,
Well,
not yours.
Italian
Yeah,
New
don't
York,
confuse
you know?
that. Italian New York? Maybe. Unique New York? Who knows?
You stop, Alex. You're bringing
Theater.
memories. Stop.
I forced Lucas to listen to that Italian rap. after
Yeah?
last session.
Yeah, did he like the Italian?
I literally forced him. He laughed.
That's good. Alright. Oh, he's measuring all the lines. He's the fucking planning scene in Hangover where it's like all the fucking
Planning
numbers
secret
descending.
Hey, I'm fucking planning here.
No,
Emperor should
the
be
rat
killing
voice.
this one. So I
Yeah.
should kill this one to stop the flanking.
If you can get there, yeah. I think isn't that 35? Oh, no, it is 30.
And
The
then
rat
you
voice
also
was
get
not an
flanking.
invitation for Italian impressions, okay?
Wait, the what?
Well, it wasn't meant to be.
Does Wood get flanking here?
The guy's over here doing spaghetti shit.
If it was,
If it's a
oh
friendly
fuck,
creature
wait.
that applies for sneak attack, why
No.
isn't it a friendly creature that applies for flanking?
Well, because that's
A
not
sneak
how
attack
it works
is
at
not
all.
adjacent-
Sneak attack is just within 5 feet. The only reason I'm on the fence is because it's a large-sized creature. I'm just gonna go look up flanking rules. I actually don't remember, to be completely honest. I don't remember how it interacts with size of creature.
I'll get flanking.
You absolutely get flanking. There's no question there because it's a straight line. I just don't know if the diagonal would be different, but I guess there's no reason why it would be, right?
I mean, if it is different,
Still
I'll
a
just do
straight
this.
line.
Oh,
like-
okay. This is actually. I'm gonna post this in the group chat. This is like this. This makes sense to me. It's just an image of like flanking stuff. So that would mean Gore. That'd be does. Does? Yeah, I mean he does. Right? We're gonna go with yes. Yeah, Gore's flanking.
Yeah, the thing is basically if a straight
It's a
line
little
goes
bit, yeah, the example here is a little bit different than the example that's happening here, but it's close enough that I'll say he is flanking. Continue on with your
Okay,
life.
I'm gonna hold off for now because I just realized I'm probably gonna kill this thing. It's
Oh,
okay. I
okay.
don't need Core's attack.
All right.
Well, the issue is he has to attack whenever I attack, so I think
You could have him run up there, get flanking on that
this.
Mongol. Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna ram attack him if you don't want to attack that one specifically. I'm gonna fuck him up.
so there. Oh wait, Lars, I have an idea.
All right.
Can you move one square to the right and then have Gore move up? Like, go up one to the right? Okay. Can both of you attack and then I can action surge and see if I can snab all three of them in one go?
Sheesh.
If I don't kill this one, which there's a big chance I do. But I will not be using my bonus action to get extra attacks, so it's only 2.
Sheesh! God damn.
He
So
sheeshed so
18 to
loud it
the
made something
one
fall
in
on
front
his
of me.
desk. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. You bloody him as you punch through a shield he puts up to face you and then punch into his chest. The Mongol squeals out in pain.
Core's reaction misses.
Damn.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
I'm gonna dig deep.
Classic. Maximus.
Alright, well. We're gonna action surge here. Because no time like the present. And then, let us begin.
Okay, real quick
So-
before you start your attacks, I have consulted the deep text and found the exact quote from the Dungeon Master's Guide about large creatures flanking. It says, "A large or larger creature is flanking as long as at least one square or hex of its space qualifies for flanking." So this would absolutely qualify, and since it's a large-sized creature, any of its hexes qualify. So it absolutely was flanking, and horses are OP. Anyways, continue, Maximus.
Based. Okay, let's attack this one right here.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't know which one you pinged, but
22.
a 22 hits
the one-
any of them. Okay, yeah, that
The
definitely
one,
hits.
the one with Severs.
Did you see the damage you did where you were gone? You did 32 in 2 attacks.
I did not see that. No.
Yeah, that shit was
I
wild.
heard it though.
Ooh,
6.
Yeah, not quite a 30, not quite a 16 right there. Yeah, you poke him in the
does that kill
side.
it?
No,
Damn. Okay. Well, he's bloody. You never know. I
just
don't know how.
a little pokey to the side, a little pokey wokey.
Another 23.
That
that's
you
much better.
pierce through the skull. Brain matter slides along the lance. The creature slumps to the ground.
Okay, let's attack this one.
Okay,
18.
does hit.
Base
Kills.
12. Oh,
Pierce
let's go.
straight through the chest
Sick.
piece that was punched open by Lars.
Not gonna be able to kill the third one though.
Probably not.
Let's just attack. Let's attack that one.
Who knows? Maybe it's a crit. Maybe it's 50 damage in one attack.
15. Ooh. almost
15 does hit that one.
missed. Oh, okay. Sick. And
All right, just a little pokey wokey.
Another 6.
Alrighty. Okay, that's your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, now our good neighborhood I just had a stroke. Crow mongrels, there we go, are going to flank Zednius, and they're going to start hacking into him.
I'm in the air. You mean
Not
Not
Severus?
Severus, I misspoke. I don't know why I confuse you guys so much. You're not similar names at
You
all.
might go
Misspoke, bozo!
We're brothers, of course. First one
yes.
hits.
Okay,
I'm
the
using
maul
my
strikes you
reaction to
for
take off.
4 bludgeoning damage.
Does
Alright,
it roll? Does it not roll rounded down?
no, we always round up.
Oh, right, alright. Yeah.
Alright, now the ravens fly into the heavens. And now we have a true air duel. There's fucking dogfighting happening above this battlefield right now. Swarms
Jesus
of
Christ,
ravens.
what the fuck?
Wait, how high up is
30 feet.
I'm 30 feet in
Zednius?
the air.
How tall am I?
They all
You are
miss.
not 30 feet. Let's actually look this up. Elk shoulder height, real life, and then we'll just probably 1.5 it. Elk shoulder height is 5 feet tall, so if we 1.5 that gets us to 9? Oh, 8. So 8 feet at the shoulder. Maybe your horns go a bit higher, but you're not like crazy large.
Got it.
Okay.
Have you know antlers on horns?
You know, antler D?
Not good.
Yeah.
Anyways, then it's your turn.
Exactly, Harkon.
Right.
You got a fan club.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't have like any. Oh wait, I do. Hold on.
Oh, hold up. He's gonna do a floating orb. Wait, no, that's impossible.
Orb yourself.
He can't orb himself.
Hold up. He's cooking.
Oh, boo.
I think I disabled it after I did it. Like, there was one encounter where he did something and I realized the implications of it, and I had a fucking like mental breakdown because I realized he could hit like on a wall. He could 3D hit like 80 people. It was like really fucking strong because he could just cast it midair and hit so many people.
How do
Do you not
cones
do that
work?
anymore?
How do cones
In the
work?
air.
You.
Am I gonna hit this guy with it?
Oh fuck. Okay, now we got to do some 3D geometry. God damn it! Actually,
Oh, yeah.
it's so cringe.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no
here's the
way
real
you
question.
can- there's no way you can-
Okay.
Are cones flat
Well-
in your
Well,
world?
we can assume that
No.
if it's a 15-foot cone, doesn't it go down 15 feet? We can just say that. Let's just say leave it at that.
Well, no. It's going to be
Why would
relatively
you have
flat.
divided
It's
it
going to be
up?
mostly flat. There's maybe going to be a slight thickness to it. The only
It's a
question would be the
30-foot
angle
cone,
he's
by the
casting
way.
it at. Okay, so it'd be 30 feet out. So we go 30 feet, 15,
But you're gonna hit me.
15, and then inward like that. So you could angle it down at the ground in a way that would only hit one of the raven swarms and the crow mongrel, because you can always just fly up higher and angle it down further. That's so
Can't we
weird.
snag
Can I-
both of those ravens?
Can I
on
fly
either
up and
side?
then aim it down and hit all four of them?
If you're willing to take opportunity attacks, you could fly upward and backward to the. You could fly upward 15 feet, to the left 1, and then cast it down at a 45-degree angle. I'm pretty sure if we measured
So,
that out, you would easily
uh,
hit like all of them.
But I don't wanna hit
I don't know,
Maximus.
but like
Yeah.
those crow tokens are absolutely overlapping like the cone from where he is right there.
Well, no, wait, it literally isn't. What?
They are a little bit.
No, it's not. It literally just touches one of them.
Not even a
Okay,
little bit.
you drew the cone different.
Yeah. The second
Yeah,
cone I
yeah,
drew was if
correct.
he went backwards. If he flew to the left by 5 feet.
No, the first time you properly drew the cone, you drew it I think 5 feet too wide.
Oh, okay. It's supposed to be 15
What about
feet.
Can he
and then
cast it
15 feet.
diagonally?
Wait, 15 feet. Yeah, he can cast it.
Because
Yeah,
diagonal.
see that's absolutely overlapping.
Because this
my
is-
cone token.
Bro,
that
that is
diagonal
actually
kinda
so
wacky,
small
you know?
because of labels. I literally can't see it. I'm not counting that. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
I just can't see it. We're not going to worry
If you
about
just
it right
don't
now.
look at it, that's
You know, okay. Yogi, what do you want to do? I've described how the cone works.
So there's
wanna
a way
do?
I can hit the four of them?
You can hit all 4 of them and a mongrel, but you'll have to fly upward and to the left, which will take 4 opportunity attacks.
I do that.
Okay. All right, let's make some
Based.
raven attacks.
Oh, he's not
They're
within
gonna
5
miss
feet. Damn it.
also.
Meow. One of
One
those
hit.
hits. Yeah, Jesus. It pecks and claws, and one of them gets on your shoulder, begins to peck near your eye. It almost goes for the eye itself until Hetagal slaps it with his hand. And you take 10 damage, but
What
you fly upward.
noise does that make, Alex?
What kind of what?
Noise does that make?
Of Hetagal slapping the
my
raven?
orb doesn't go away.
I
But
wish it
I
made
don't
the noise.
Oh,
know why
I
you
just
would.
got I got rid of it for my own sanity, and no creatures.
But
They just
someone's
cleaned
gonna
up the
run
map.
into it, and I'm gonna yell.
No one's gonna run into it. I guarantee you. There's just no reason why they
Okay.
wouldn't. They can always go around it. Anyways, yeah, you cone. I don't know what cone spell you're casting, but you cone, and it hits the 4 ravens and the crow mongrel.
Rhymes binding ice, I assume? Oh, no, fair.
Each creature in
That's
a
the only cone spell I have.
30-foot cone makes a wisdom saving throw. Alright, we'll start with the crows. I don't think any of these are immune to fear. I was wrong.
If a bird is immune to fear, I'd be really.
Oh,
I was wrong.
no.
The crow mongrel is
Everything
not.
is
immune to fear.
always-
No. The crow mongrel isn't. The crow mongrel is not. But the crow swarms are. And I didn't even make these stat blocks. These are default.
That's so
default
dumb.
5e stat blocks.
Oh my god.
The crow
Didn't you
mongrel
know
is
that?
Crows are the
horrifying.
bravest animals ever.
I guess it's just because swarm would be my guess, something like that. I don't know.
Half the
Yeah.
creatures in this.
Whoever drew that orb, that was really good. That was a good one.
Thank
anyway, thanks, Peach.
Well,
But yeah, the crow mongrel is frightened.
great.
Just start
Wow.
making it like start making a bestiary where you record all the things that are immune to frightened. It'll be useful
I think I should
for
make
you.
one that are not immune. I think that'd be more useful.
Yeah, that's true. Unironically true. All undead are immune. Most all swarms are immune. It is pretty shocking how many
All
are
the
immune.
Trollkin are immune.
All Trollkin are immune. Yeah, true.
Besides
Alright,
my
well,
Trollkin, you know.
Wait, are you not immune?
You didn't give me that.
Oh, whoops.
I'm the one.
that was
I'm the one of.
an overlook.
I'm the one
That
of
was not intentional.
2,000.
Peach is good enough. It's good enough. All right. The swarms of ravens. Is there any of them still alive? Oh, this is the red one. Yeah, this one's still alive. So it flies up 10 feet and attacks you again. Peck, 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 peck.
Miss.
Okay. And then which crow-mongrels are these? The blue one? No, it's the orange one. Okay, this guy's going to move here, which I think is still in range of your lance because it's within 10 feet of your horse. So no opportunity attack. And then it's going to maul Gore in the head. Clunk! And there is a dent left squarely in Gore's head through his temporary hit points.
They got him in the soft spot.
All right, now the purple crow mongrels go. Who has actually killed most of them? Maximus. So I guess it'd be. So I guess they're gonna go here, and they're gonna look at you, and they will scream. It's just a choir of screaming in your direction.
I scream back.
Oh! Is that 2 hits? No, it's just 1. Okay, well.
Bozo man.
Maximus, they scream at you. You take 2 psychic, and you have to make an intelligence saving throw.
That's fine. I am accepting of this.
See, you're not all that intelligent. One day you're gonna just suffer true brain death when fighting these
The most
creatures.
intelligent.
He is very smart in his saves.
Yes,
okay. Intelligentest of all.
I scream back as their ineffectual screams do nothing to the
Based.
genius Maximus.
That's some big vicious mockery energy right there. All right, the crow mongrels advance. This one's going to take a normal great axe attack. This one takes a normal great sword attack. I think only the axe hits score. Yep. The axe hits score for 15 damage. Jesus. So
Wait, what score's AC?
14.
Oh, damn, that's low.
So that's
get a suit of
I
armor?
subtracted 3 from temp HP
No,
notice, so
it's
that
15,
would be
by the way.
what is?
Does he have to
Makes
beat
it
it? No,
miss.
No, he has to beat it. Yeah. Oh wait, is his token not updated with his real AC? Oh, you're right.
sheet
Yeah,
says
yeah, no,
15.
yeah, you're right. You're right. The token was just incorrect. I will fix that right now. One second. I'm gonna go update the core token. Oh wait, yeah, that token was updated. Okay, well I don't know why this one wasn't. Anyways, thank you for reminding me. So that attack doesn't hit. He still has his 3 temp HP. Severus, what are you doing? You know that lags my computer.
Wait, does it?
Yeah, I mean my
Oh,
voice
I
was
forgot.
apparently my voice was fine, so I guess it doesn't matter. But Severus,
No. Like the man's computer.
intentional terrorism. What are you doing?
Goes
Goes
to the main map,
the better
just
roll
make little
20 thing,
corners or-
where I can use like the premium VFX. I would actually crash a roll 20.
Yeah, you probably would. You probably would, unironically.
Threaten the DM's roll
Anyway.
20 to get advantage.
Give me advantage or your computer gets it. All right, it's your turn, Severus. What are you doing? You silly lily. Silly babilly lily.
Bonus action. Well, it'll disengage.
Bonus action engage, perhaps. Who's to say, maybe?
I was about to say boo.
No, it's disengage.
Coward.
Oh, okay. Well, he's disengaging. He's out of there.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20.
And then I'm attacking this loser.
Okay.
Oh. Never mind, base.
Hit. Fucking
Very good sneak attack
Christ.
roll.
You walk up, he is totally focused on Maximus, and you stab a dagger into his neck. He spins around, a gargoyle, sort of pig-nosed gargoyle mixture screams in your direction as thick, black, viscous blood begins to pump from the wound. He's very bloodied.
Not to worry, Severus. He shall get the smoke on my turn.
Renesmee, or should I say Giant Elkmay, what are you doing?
Which one's bloodied? Is it this shrieking motherfucker?
There's some up here that are
Nobody?
bloody.
These two.
What about, wait.
And then this
That guy's
guy right
frightened.
here.
Drawing.
Oh,
This
she
guy?
drew. That guy's
He's
frightened.
frightened.
Yeah.
He's
Get his
omega
ass.
frightened.
Get his ass. They frightened
Oh,
him
yeah.
now. Just swam him.
I'm over here. I hook my hooves. I go bump, 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 bump.
Obliterate him from
And
existence.
then I fucking ran. I ran.
Well, we'll see. We'll
so
see.
hard.
D20 plus 6.
I
Have.
believe.
R.I.P.
We'll see.
Who is doing that? Oh!
R.I.P. So that's
buddy.
going to be 4d6 plus 4, and then an additional 4d6, so it's 8d6 plus 4. And if he
He's
lives,
dead.
then we'll go from there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's actually like legendarily bad. That's
the fuck is
incredible.
Wait,
That's
What the
incredible.
fuck did I just witness? Holy.
That's
I'm
insane.
screenshotting that one.
That is
Bad.
obscenely
That is, man, compounding variable. Okay, it'd be d6 times. I feel like the odds of that are worse than like 2 nat 1s in a row. That's horrible. Oh my god,
The
well.
odds on that are so
You
bad.
ram into the crow mongrel and it just stares at you as your horns dig into its chest. You clobber it with your hooves and he still stands. He has to make a strength save to not be knocked prone, but oh my god, he's alive. Incredible.
Never mind.
Yeah, he's
Gets
knocked
fucking
prone.
slapped through the ground.
He gets knocked prone, but damn, I'm just shocked he's even alive in the first place.
I
Holy
know.
shit.
Me too.
Wait, is
Jesus.
it his turn next?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, let's go.
Yes,
okay.
it is.
No,
Oh,
it's
no,
not.
it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's the ugly.
All right,
one.
No.
the bloodied blue boy is gonna spin around and swing his greatsword towards Severus.
Good luck, loser.
Sag.
Oh, wait, I was about to say I was about to say I have a thing that can make it not do that.
It doesn't really matter. Lars, what are you doing?
No.
Let's see.
Yeah, go up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas I think I might be able to deal with both of these bosses that are down here in one go.
We'll see. You know, it's kind of weird that reach weapons have advantage against prone, like, people.
I mean, they're still prone, so they're just kind
No,
of.
I
like
get that.
slayed
You're
on
gonna
the
get an
ground.
Reach weapons are
opportunity
so
attack
melee,
on him
but it's just
anyway.
kind of odd.
By the way, the chance
Everyone's
for that,
gonna get an opportunity.
the chance for that damage roll is lower than a percent.
Yeah, I thought so. Well,
Yeah.
that's actually
What?
that's still better than 2 nat 1s though, because 2 nat 1s is 1 in 400, which is
Okay, give me an opportunity
quarter of a
attack.
percent. From which one?
This one.
Okay, so that would be a great axe attack. Miss. And now we just
I'll
see
take this
Lars
one.
tear through a whole pack of mongrels in one turn. That does indeed hit, yeah.
And it's at advantage, so it does
I
crit.
hope so.
Yeah, it does. It does indeed do that. You punch him in the dome. You punch him again. You dent in the brain and he's fucking dead. What do you want me to say? Forget about it.
And attack this one. Yeah, I'll use a point for it, so I'll get 2 more
Wait.
attacks.
Okay. Oh dear.
It's
It's not just. It's just
15 misses.
not just 1%.
Yeah.
It's 0.1%.
That's worse than a nat 1. That's
yeah.
pretty bad. All right.
This one takes 19.
Yeah, you punch the mongrel in the side. Gore bites at his leg. The dog is just yapping in agony as his body's being torn apart by 2 vicious animals. One of them being you. Maximus.
Okay. I'm gonna try and. Wait, I don't have advantage on that one.
You don't have
Yes,
advantage on
wait.
anything except for the prone one.
You have
This
advantage
guy's
on this
gonna. This guy's dipping.
Oh, yeah, Gore
Oh,
one
wow.
too. Actually, there's 3 of them that you have advantage on. What
You
the
guys
fuck?
will get opportunity attacks on this guy.
Wait, you have advantage on like 3 creatures, Ethan. You have this one, and this one. Why would they have
Okay.
opportunity attacks?
Because he has to run away from me.
I don't think
Dash
that's
action.
true. I just think he is.
I think it is.
Frightened creature has disadvantage
No,
on ability
I think
checks
it's
and
just
attack
He's not
rolls.
frightened. He's. Let me post it in chat again.
Oh, it's the fear spell, not the frightened condition. While frightened by this,
Must
I
take
see.
dash action.
Okay. I see.
By
I
the
see. I see.
safest, by the safest available route.
Oh, interesting. He also can't move closer to Zednius though, so he'll probably take at least 1 opportunity attack. Anyways,
So should I
Maximus.
not attack him then?
I don't know. That's up.
Up to you.
Nope. Let's see, I'll just attack the one that's next to Severus for now. See how that goes. Evaluate from there. 23.
Yeah,
miss.
any of them it hits. I don't even know which one you're attacking, but it does hit.
13. I'm attacking the one next to
Yeah, dead.
that one.
You're like Severus is raising his dagger for another blow, and then your lance pierces through his chest.
Sick. Alright.
It is covered with viscera, gore, and dead ravens.
I'll just attack this one. Jesus Christ, he has so many fucking conditions affecting him.
Yeah, that poor mongrel. Yeah, that does
dear.
indeed hit, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you stake him to the ground. He's dead. I mean, you know, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sick.
poor guy.
Yeah,
Maximus, you're just like holding the reins of your horse in one hand, lance in the other, just fucking skewering. You've like skewered like 6 creatures at this point. You're getting pretty high up there. You're like putting in Lars numbers right now.
Oh,
All right. Cool. You're done.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. On this green mongrel's turn, he is going to look towards the other mongrels, and he's going to bark and yap, and he is going to growl, and he's going to run away. He's going to run.
Yeah, I'd run away too if I saw
What is the
him.
method of best fleeing in this situation? You guys have blocked them off from the woods. There's still the sucky.
A great axe to the face is pretty good at fleeing.
That's true. That would be an escape of sorts.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to
Would you like
action
face
dash
again?
in this direction. And these swarms of ravens are going to
Toward the
fly
river?
back up to Zednius.
This is the river, right?
It is the river, a couple hundred feet away, yeah. Alright, the ravens are going to fly up and start biting Zednius. Meow, meow, meow. All of them fail.
Oh my God.
Zednius, it's your turn, buddy.
I'm gonna drop 5 feet, so there's no opportunity attack, right?
Yeah?
And then I'm gonna shoot the red guy.
Okay. Your hand sort of shakes as you prepare the energy, and then you force it upward, and the ravens, they're like fish when like a shark comes through. They make this opening as the Eldritch Blast passes
Oh
right
my
through
God.
the formation. And then you try to get them with the second one. Once again, they spread out like fish as the Eldritch Blast passes right through. Oh, fuck. Alright, swarm of... Oh, there's one more raven. It's gonna fly down to you and poke you on the head. Peck. No! Alright, these are the... Dead. These are dead. They're all dead. Okay, this pack of 4 mongrels is going to run to the west. Yeah, that's their turn. And this last mongrel, there is no way out. These last 2 mongrels cannot escape. Opportunity attack, Lars? Oh wait, that was unwise, but I already said it, so do it. That hits.
Yeah, that was very unwise.
Okay, you crack him across the jaw.
Oh,
You
well.
hear that. You feel the jaw shatter under your weight, but it's still alive. And they are going to hack and slash. Great sword, great axe into Gore. Only the second one hits for 11 slashing, getting rid of his temp HP. And what would that be?
wow.
It's 3. What's 24 minus 8? It's a number. 16. He's now bloodied. Gore yelps as the great axe plunges into his side. Severus.
Yeah, well, it's conga line time, guys.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it's the flanker being flanked by the flanking flanker. I get it,
Yes.
yeah.
It's El Clasico flanking rules.
El Clasico. That hits.
And absolutely obliterates.
Yeah,
us.
you plunge your dagger into his mouth, up through the top of it, roof of his mouth. He's gonzo. Garbanzo bonzo.
I want to use my bonus action to dash
Okay.
and move 30 feet.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Giant elk
Well, this guy
Nesmith.
technically gets an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, true. Based. Real. Let's do it. Time to kill Severus with 1 lucky crit.
No way.
No!
Seems unlikely.
Alright, Giant Elk Nesme, what are you doing?
I'm gonna boom.
What you doing away?
Boom.
Okay, you're gonna back up and then boom.
Not even
Okay.
chasing.
Boom.
Yeah, alright, make a
You could have
ram
had like
attack.
the biggest fucking.
Yeah. One second.
Okay,
I'm
she's doing
ramming here.
construction, yeah.
Oh, D20 plus
Oh,
6.
God. I'm killing Zednians here. Hey, that misses. You go to
Oh,
ram
yeah.
the mongrel, but your instead your antlers only scoop up dirt and toss it into the air rather than your intended target.
I look at him
Oh,
scarily.
He looks back, terrified.
Yeah.
That doesn't really
I think
change.
he's already shitting himself.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how
exactly.
much more scared one can get.
That was also
It's
my
okay.
thought process. All these mongrels are dead. Lars. Sheesh, man.
If
You
you
know,
move
actually-
one space down, you can get flanking on that guy.
Yeah, but like,
But he's
Why?
bloodthirsty. He doesn't want anyone to escape.
I mean, I'm just gonna run them all down.
that's our
anyway.
XP running away, right? Well, actually,
Oh, you get XP either way. Okay, to be clear.
Yeah, I know.
but-
that's enemies of the Empire getting away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run them down anyway.
I mean, yeah, try your horse. You're faster.
Yeah.
Also,
In
I'm
fact, I'd
down
say-
one horse. So
I'd
I hope
say
Peach
just
stays
kill
in
this
elk
one,
form.
so-
I need a horse.
Oh, sheesh, he's dashing. Look at him. Look at him go. Doom, doom, doom,
I
doom.
think
And he'll be
so
able to
fast.
you
attack
could
one.
probably ride on me.
All right, Lars dashes 90 feet.
I was just gonna take your horse, but should I?
Oh
And
my god,
Gore-
Lars, that might not
Faster.
have been the best idea.
Well, he's there now.
And then Gore's gonna disengage.
Okay. Maximus,
I feel like I should.
you watch
Oh, no,
as
Lars
Lars
is in the way
runs full speed into the.
Can the two of you handle this one fucking poor soul left here?
Yes.
What do you mean, the
Whichever.
two of you? I'm not staying.
Resume.
I'm chasing.
Well, just Renesmee, I guess, or
Okay.
maybe that Mongol makes it out. Who knows?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'll back up and ram him.
Yeah,
Ah.
she's super fast.
Super.
You know what? Okay.
Yeah, you good?
All right. I'm gonna disengage and run over here.
Okay. All right, Crow Mongrel. Which one is this?
Yeah, that's the whole
It
turn.
is. Oh, it's the green one. Okay, the green one is going to.
No.
Action disengage and run off the map.
Okay.
Actually, no. He'll take the opportunity attack, so he can't get that far. Lars?
Oh.
Oh, no, it'd be both of you. No, he's not going to
Ah.
take. Never mind, he's disengaging. He's only 10 feet off the map. He,
Oh
he
yeah, you
can't-
want to change it afterwards?
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
can't survive.
no.
Because he can't
Nope,
survive two attacks.
nope,
and he
sorry.
would never do that. No,
Mhm.
no,
Nope.
no. In this case,
You
I
already
did
made your
not.
decision.
No.
Actually cheating.
Maybe.
No, for a fact.
I guess we
that
can-
one of
I
us
guess we can just
will
go back on our
let
stuff.
us-
Yes, you do all the time. What are you talking about? Yes, correct. It's always been allowed.
Yeah. Actually,
all
I'm
right.
a wizard, by the way.
Oh,
I
well,
forgot
okay.
to tell you.
Well, you got me there. All right, Ravens all miss Zednius. Zednius, what are you doing? You got your own personal fan group that's just pecking at your
Yeah, I'm
armor.
gonna drop 5 more feet.
Where does all your AC come from?
The cloak and the shield.
Okay, yeah, so you're just holding up the
It's
shield
the
with one
shield.
arm while
Yeah,
they're
that's-
just like pecking at it.
You know, and yeah, but the ropes are good, right?
And then
Yeah, ropes are
Hegel
very good.
help with the first Eldritch Blast.
Okay. 17
17?
hits what?
The red guy.
Oh, yeah, that hits. 18 also hits, so you obliterate half the swarm with one blast, and then as the second one goes, a couple more get blasted out of the way. Only a paltry number. Paltry number
still
remain
alive.
because they're
Goddamn it, Alex.
birds.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck, that was so good.
Good one,
Anyways, are you done?
Yeah.
Great. Paltry. Anyways, Red. Oh yeah. Red Raven descends and bites you. No, that's still the same modifier, but it does less damage. So you take, instead of taking whatever that was going to be, you take 5 damage as it pecks at your face, tearing strips of flesh off. Alright, now the purple group, they can see the writing on the wall. So they're just gonna try to kill Lars. They can't outrun you, so they're gonna
Sort of what I thought
try to
was
kill
gonna
him. Yeah, they're pretty predictable. Okay, so that
that
is-
one,
can.
I get an opportunity to
okay.
test on that
Yeah,
one.
he'll take
Not
that.
one.
He'll take that. He
Okay.
wants the quadruple flanking.
Yeah, that's fine.
he's being ganked.
Ooh. Okay, chill. Let go. This is
Well,
one
that's
of those
with
types.
flanking, right?
It's not one of these types of campaign. I don't.
You know.
I don't know.
Wait,
I don't think so.
I mean, it moves there.
well, that's the
and
problem
when
is
I
that
take the
flanking
opportunity.
is not. It's not at a fixed point. It's when
I don't think
Someone's
I don't
moving
think
past you.
reach flanking is a thing.
Oh, I didn't even think about
What?
that. Reach
Why?
flanking.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's
I
just weird
think
because
you
you're not
have
actually
to.
taking their attention. You're 10 feet away.
Yeah, but it's still a melee attack.
No, I don't think that's how. Oh, okay, it's adjacent. So yeah, if reach wouldn't work because you're not adjacent to the creature.
Yeah, I think adjacent is how it's
alright, sounds
worded.
Also, technically, when he breaks your range, I think he's here, not here.
Yes, this is true.
Anyways,
oh,
okay,
yes,
so that's halberd, hit. Whoa, god. Great axe,
Uh-oh.
hit. Great sword, miss. Maul, hit. Oh god. Well, you know, sometimes it's just what happens. Lars, you take 17 damage, and let you have a dig deep, the half damage thing.
17?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all half then. So it's 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5. So it's 19 damage.
Well, shit. You're not within 5.
After halving?
After having it's 19, yeah.
Yeah, because he said 17 earlier, but it was like 20. Well,
I was
30,
halfway done counting,
6.
yeah. When I said 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 19 halved.
Okay, then I'm gonna activate this.
Okay. Alright, you gain back more temp HP. You know that. Like any character except for you, yeah. Like if Maximus was at 6 HP, he'd just be out of the entire fight. He would not be doing anything. But Lars is just doesn't care. Okay, all right, Lars, you do that. This mongrel is going
to. All
to.
Maxi points as well. It's so good.
This one's going to action dash off into the woods. So Peach, you can make an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah.
You probably want to do a
I will.
hosed attack because it's a little bit better, since it's opportunity.
Oh. Okay,
So it'd be a
how do I
D20
do
plus
that?
6. It's just the same, it just does a bit more damage, but it doesn't have the cool ram feature.
Well,
That hits, so it's 4d8 plus 4.
Wait. Well, you know,
What?
actually, not
Jesus
good. You can only
Christ.
target prone creatures with that.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
I
where
already
does it say that?
stopped, so
Wait, where does it say that?
what do you want me to do, huh?
I don't think. Oh, one
well-
prone creature. It does say that. Okay, well, Renesmee, you gotta roll the normal one. I'm sorry. It's 2d6 plus
Sorry,
4
I'm
for the
just-
normal one.
Let me just rain on your parade real quick.
True. Base Parade Raider. Yeah, okay. 10's
Parade Rainer?
Parade Rainer?
Raider?
Right.
He's a parade raider.
Anyways, he runs off into
losing
the
it.
woods after you slam him. Severus. So far, 2 have escaped into the woods if you ever want to hunt them down.
Wait, how far did that loser run?
60 feet.
So where is he?
He's just about 5 feet off the map, I think. No. So it's from here. So he's 20 feet off the map over here.
Yeah, that's easy clap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action dash. Run here,
Okay.
and then I have 5 feet left, but I'm can't actually.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw my dagger at that loser.
Okay. Oh yeah.
No sneak attack unless he's like unaware of me, which I don't think.
No,
he is.
you definitely would be aware. That
I
doesn't
don't
get
have.
hit. It would still hit though, but yeah. Your dagger slams into his back, and it is now going with him because subtract 1 dagger.
Wait, he's not dead.
No,
Well,
he wasn't
I'm
even
chasing-
bloodied. Okay, well, all right.
Oh, I
Well,
thought he was bloody.
No. All right, we're gonna cut to the Severus Crow Mongrel chase in a bit, but that's
Well, I'm
outside the
positive.
scope of this combat. Well, yeah, it'll be a thing. Renesmee, what do you want to do? Do you want to join the hunt for the one guy in the woods, or do you want to help out Lars?
No, I need to help out Lars.
Okay.
Lars is fucking dying over there, bro.
He's fucking dying
Okay.
over here.
Me, just got all the Moxie points back. He wanted this.
Surely you wanted that.
It's like
Oh, yeah, I
another
can
80
just,
HP or something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I guess I'll
So
run
your base
here.
movement is 60 feet, yeah. So you can
Yeah,
action dash
I'll-
further.
I could, but what the fuck am I gonna do?
Get
I guess I
close
could get him
so they can't-
flanking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come over here.
Okay.
Attack me, Giga Chad.
Yes, literally like 2 times taller than them. You approach them, and they are
I'll
feared.
do it like here, so that you can flip. It's
Well,
I have to one.
Well, no, because you need to draw a straight line through it, and so it's not flanking either.
Oh, that's awkward, bro.
Yeah.
Just do that bottom one.
Yeah, now you're
Yeah.
flanking the bottom one. Okay. All right. Lars. One of these days, Lars, one of these days you're gonna die. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but one of these days.
Start with this one.
Okay. 14 misses. 25 hits. Dead. Just punch his nose inward.
2 more attacks on this one, the bottom one.
Okay.
Advantage.
Hit. Alright, you punch him in the chest. He stumbles backwards, blood dripping from his mouth. You're just... What could be said? You're just you. Maximus.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna move there so that I get the proper flanking bonuses. And let's attack that one.
Alrighty.
10 damage.
That's pretty good. You pierce him through the side. He's still standing, though.
Alright, let's finish him off then.
And that 20 does indeed hit, and whatever you roll, yeah. You pierce him through the spleen, and he falls to the ground. Alright. What is even
That's my
going
turn.
right now? Yeah, those crow mongrels are all dead. These ravens are still alive and still pecking at Zedny.
No.
That's a
One
real
hit.
hit with like an actual swarm. 5 piercing. Let's fucking go! We're killing them, boys. One swarm of ravens at a time. Zednius, what are you doing? You're having the
What
duel
time
of
of
the
day is
century. It's about 4 hours into your travel. No, 5 hours. So it'd be like, I don't know, like noon, 1 o'clock.
One o'clock.
Yeah,
Why are you a werewolf?
Yeah, that's what it is.
that's the hidden
I'm just
lore.
getting out of this situation. I'm just,
Oh,
you know, I'm off.
okay. Where are
I'm
you
gone.
teleporting?
I'm over there.
Why?
Through. Okay, all right. You and Hetagal just.
tired of these birds.
You
Okay?
and Hetagal just.
I can't handle it. Okay, the birds are getting to me. I
Fourth
can't
level
handle it.
spell, Zednius.
I can't handle it.
You
I
and
can't handle it.
You and
Okay, my
Hetagal just
other
leave the
fourth level
map.
spell, you know what? It
There are people
absolutely
dying.
nothing. At least this one worked.
Each gets to take a look at our mental boots that happen to be okay.
True. All right.
People dying, Zednius.
All right. So now there's the 2 crow mongrels with Lars. I'm gonna make a whiz
Wait,
save.
why
for
did you
both of
skip
them.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm out
Wait,
of
did
here.
I? Oh yeah, no, you're just removed from the initiative. We're gonna deal with your things separately.
Why?
Because
I can turn.
It's just
can-
I can't explain it. It's just we'll get to it in a sec. You'll see why. It'll
literally,
make
like,
sense. It'll
get in
make
reach
sense.
with this guy.
Well, no, not really. It'll make sense.
In one turn, I can.
No,
Yeah, I
You
no.
get
have
to,
90 feet.
you know, you get to deal with his really cool chasing mechanic.
No, he doesn't need to do that. It's something else.
Because I
Anyways,
can action this a dash and bonus action.
It's just
dash.
it's not gonna work for reasons. Okay, we'll get there, and I don't want to do it like when it's off screen and like kind of a secondary focus. Okay,
Really want to take my dagger away, huh?
maybe. All right. The creature to the north is going to surrender. He's going to drop his arms. He's going to, drop his shield, raise his arms in the air, and sort of whimper. The southern mongrel's not done though. He's going to swing his great sword at Lars for 14, which misses. And these fuckers are dead, and this guy's not on the map. And now it is your resume.
Yeah.
There's a swarm of crows pecking at you.
Can I just run through them? They're birds.
Well, you can't run through them, but as long as you don't end your turn and they're square, you can do whatever you want.
Well, she can run through them because she's 2 sizes larger.
I don't think that's how that works.
Nonetheless, I'll move back 20 feet. I don't care if I take opportunity attacks, and I'm gonna ram into this motherfucker over here.
They peck at you as you withdraw. They do nothing.
And boom!
And you charge back forward, make your ram attack.
What's that? Roll
D20 plus 6.
2d20?
No, it's just D20 plus 6. Oh wait, no, it is flanking. So yeah, V2 2D20 plus 6. So we take the first number there, so technically we do 2D20 D1, but whatever. That's a 21, so that definitely hits. So now you roll your 4d6 plus 4. Probably death. Yeah, you obliterate. What does it look like, Renesmee, as your antlers kill this mongrel? Through what method?
I would like to think that I impale him on my antlers, and as I go to put my head up, his body is literally impaled on several points of the antlers, and as I go up, his body flings behind me almost.
Gone.
Yeah, there. And he just slumps over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. His body is slumped. Lars, there is only one. Well, there's a couple of swarms of ravens, but there is one surrendering mongrel remaining.
He surrendered though. How does their version work of like if we leave him alone, is he just gonna run away when we look away?
Did you do that before? I don't recall. I don't think you did. I don't. The answer is I don't think you know.
I usually kill him.
Yeah, I think the last one you had, that you captured it. Oh, those were 30 feet in the air, by the way. All those swarms of ravens.
Okay.
None of them were within melee range. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you have experience, but it's up to you. I mean, they're not humans. Maybe they can't be trusted. Who knows?
Well, he's surrendering.
Yeah, something like that. Oh wait, and that guy, he got 2 full turns since then. So this guy's gone from, he's 130 feet away. This guy's almost at the river. Mongrel King.
Almost.
Almost.
I don't think he's gonna get there.
All right, make your attacks then, because he does still have his armor on. You dome him across the head. He's still alive. Dome him again. He's bloodied, but still alive, whimpering, and you know, you beat him to literal death. Yeah, you beat him to death in front of Renesmee, and Maximus doesn't care, so. All right. Okay, now this is no longer really like a traditional combat because things are so spread out. So real quick, the Ravens are going to withdraw. They just can't fight you without ground forces. You guys don't have range weapons to hit them, other than Zendius, and he fucked off. So Ravens are gone from the combat.
I have a longbow.
Yeah, and we're going to start resolving the individual things. So I see 2 things that need resolving. So first we'll do the Severus in the woods with a single mongrel. So he gets 1 turn before you do. He sprints another 60 feet into the woods. It is your turn. He is a total of, let's go do the math. He was 20 feet ahead of you, 25 feet ahead of you before, plus 30. So he is 55 feet ahead of you, Severus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my regular 30 feet to sprint towards.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Make a dexterity saving throw. All right. You step across the earth, and a pit opens up beneath you. You leap backwards and avoid it, and you find a 10-foot pit that was covered up by leaves was in your path. Now you can simply circumnavigate around it, but it's going to cost another 15 feet of movement to make your way around that opening in the earth.
And
that's fine.
Can I run after the dude too?
You're hunting the one down near the river.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought that's the one. Nope.
No, this is one in the woods.
Yeah.
So you move 30 feet forward.
Movement?
Yeah, you've 30 feet, got into this pit, jumped back, avoided falling into it.
Yep. Then bonus action to dash.
Bonus action to dash, okay.
And then I should be like pretty close to him, right?
Well, so you moved to 30 feet, so he's 25 feet away. Then you do 15 feet to circumnavigate the pit, so he's now 10 feet away. And then you have, your bonus action movement remaining, so you can approach him in melee, or you can throw another dagger if you have one.
Wait, sorry. I moved 30. He was 55 feet away, right?
Yep.
I move 30 minus 15 because I need to circumnavigate the thing.
Yes.
Right. So that's.
So you have 15 feet of movement
40
remaining.
feet left, and then bonus action to dash, and then I'm at 10 feet remaining. Which leaves me with my action, but my bonus action's already been used.
Your action's still remaining. Yeah, but you are 10 feet away.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm gonna, with my pre-ultimate action, I'm gonna pull out my short sword.
Okay.
Wait, do I still have that? Never mind, it's on my horse. Never mind. I'm gonna pull out my short bow, which I do have on me.
Okay.
I do have line of sight on him.
Yeah. He's gonna have partial cover, but.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
Come
that misses.
on. Oh.
And do you have anything else you can do?
No.
Okay. When it's his turn, he's going to run forward into a thick patch of brambles. Line of sight is broken.
He's going to be extremely loud, so I'm going to chase him.
Sure, you can chase him, but
can't make this guy disappear. He's not going invisible.
No, he's not going invisible. He runs through the brambles. Line of sight is broken. Make a perception check.
To hear the guy who's running through brambles?
Make a perception check. Okay, you hear the sound of something like... You hear the sound of a metal mechanism, is the best way to describe it, like something like squeaking. Alright, it's your turn.
Uh-oh.
Right, where did I hear that sound? Like
From the
right
direction of the
inside
brambles
bush?
where he was, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna move like right up to the brambles. How far
Okay.
are the brambles from me?
He did all of his movement, 30 feet to get to the edge of them. So it would be your movement plus bonus action movement to get to the edge of the brambles.
Yep.
And okay.
And now that I'm like literally right in front of him, do I see anything? That's like
The brambles are
a
very
mechanism?
thick, but
Well, not thick enough so you can't run through them. So
no, he was like pushing. Think of it as like a hedgerow, right? And he knew a spot where he had them parted, and so he pushed through the parted area and then moved it. So you could like poke your head in, and yes, you can see that there's an interior space within this larger bramble bush that has been cleared out. However, it is like an open grassy space. There's no sign of the guy. There's no sign of a metal mechanism that you can tell. Like, there's no visual, like, cannon or something set up to shoot you. The little clearing within this bramble bush, which is pretty narrow, it's only like 10 feet by 10 feet, is empty.
and there's no mechanisms.
Not
So you have-
obviously visible ones, yeah.
So he had like a futuristic. He clicked a button when visible. Or
Probably
teleport
not,
visible.
no, probably not.
Cool. There should be like tracks of him, I assume. I assume he's bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah, sure. At this point, we are well out of combat, though. But, yeah,
Well,
another
so,
round
like, high
passes.
pressure situation.
Sure, yeah. Another round passes. Roll me a survival check.
Sure. Come on.
So there are a lot of footsteps in and out of this area in the sense that this guy's not the first person to be here. They probably made this a frequent place of foot traffic for whatever reason. There are even signs of like an impromptu campsite set up here. Like there are circles of stones and like little foodstuffs left over and bones of eaten creatures. And the particular footsteps of the person you're following, you can't distinguish from the other stuff at this little bramble area.
And the blood trail. There's no blood trail. I can see there's a
Um,
dagger sticking in his back, and
No, the dagger's still in his back, and he was injured, yes, but not all injuries are going to lead to very easy to follow movie-style blood trails.
Oh, I thought he was like bloodied.
Yeah, bloody doesn't always mean that you're leaking blood, it just means you're below half HP.
Oh, I mean, I thought that's kind of what it implied.
No.
Right.
Otherwise, any rogue that's bloody would never be able to stealth because you just see a blood trail.
I am patting down the area, like I'm walking in a
Okay.
a spiral circle to see if there's anything quickly. Like I'm just
Yeah,
trying to find if there's
100%.
like anything
Make me an
invisible.
investigation check, and we're going to cut to Maximus down near the river. So Maximus, you literally just killed that last guy. Like, you watch Lars punch this person to death. And about 140 feet away from you, Maximus, running towards the river, is this one mongrel. He has no armor. He's sprinting full speed as quickly as he can. He's 140 feet away at this moment. But, I mean, we both know you can catch him on horseback. Are you going to try to lance him through, or are you going to try to shoot him from afar with a longbow?
Can I catch him before he makes it to the river? Like
In either
melee?
case, yes. But with melee, you'd probably get 1 or 2 attacks. With bow, you could get 3 or 4.
Was he bloodied?
I don't know. Let me check.
Where did I end up, by the way?
Well, you didn't tell me. I just said, where'd you go? And you said, I don't want to be here, so. I don't know.
Well, I put my token to the left of the map, but I don't know where that puts me.
Well, the
As
left of
in,
the
I
map
wanted to
would
be,
put
like,
you
out of
in the
the
river.
combat
Yeah, to the
very
left of the
far.
map would put you above the river.
Okay.
So, in fact, you could probably intervene on this guy as well. And to answer your question, Ethan, he's full HP.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not on the battle map. I don't know what.
There is no battle map.
Wait.
We're
Once
on
he gets
Pax
into the river, I can just
Yeah,
start shooting.
correct.
Oh, alright, yeah. I'm gonna get within melee.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Where's
I'm
Zenius'
just
token?
watching.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. It's gone.
It's
forever.
gone from the map. Peach, you said you
Gone
also wanted to
forever.
hunt down this guy that was running to the river?
I think I want to go after Severus now, because it
Okay.
looks like he's about.
Yeah, then you run off in the direction of the woods. Lars, what about you? Are you just going to recover gore and just
Oh.
chill out?
Recall that my movement speed is 120 when I action
Indeed,
dash.
you are very speedy.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, then it's just Maximus hunting down this lone person, and you do the math, Maximus, as he's running towards the river. You can get 3 melee attacks or 4 longbow attacks.
Yeah, definitely melee attacks.
Okay, then you ride forward, you lower your lance, he glances back, you see the very human fear in the eyes of the mongrel, and you lower your lance and shoo, you get, your attacks.
The dream of every cavalry.
It's
right
an incredibly sadistic dream, but yeah, it is the dream of all cavalrymen. Yeah, both of those hit. You pull hard on the reins of Mickey as the second lance strike hits, and you lift up your arm. And, it's not like, you're not strong enough to fully lift a whole corpse on your lance, but you do sort of lift it just a little bit.
Is he just dead?
Yeah, as you penetrate it through the throat,
sick. All right, then.
the mongrel gurgles and then drops to the ground. And you just watch all of that, Zednius.
Nice.
I'll turn to Zednius. A good day's work.
And from a little bit ways off, Maximus, you hear Professor Pushton say, "Well done, Lord Judge."
Thank you, Professor.
All right, now we cut back to the woods. Severus.
Yeah.
You rolled a 19
Right,
on your investigation, so you're
I'm just
searching.
gonna clarify once again, This guy, okay, he runs into a bush, and there's like a passage that because they have used this bush before as like some sort of route or something.
Yes.
And he hops through the bush at like full speed. I'm assuming he's wearing armor, injured.
I don't think this one
and
was
it's-
wearing armor, no. But continue.
Right, oh, he's wearing, gear, right?
Yeah.
He's heavy, and he just like jumps through a bush, and then noise is gone, visual is gone. I walk into the bush like right behind him, like mere seconds after him, and all I hear is a click, and he's gone.
The timing is not quite that perfect. It's more like 6 full seconds, which is enough time to open and close a
not
mechanism. But with your 19, you can search around this area. You're about 30 seconds after him now. You can hear the sound of something thundering in your direction from the battlefield, probably Renesmee. And you find that concealed by a very convincing cover of fake grass is a, what do you call it? It's like a rum smuggler's hatch, like a trapdoor built into the earth.
Okay, I'm flipping that shit open.
Okay, you flip it open.
And I prepare, and when I do it, so that assuming the direction it opens, I'm gonna be in the direction it opens. So whatever.
Oh, so if there's something inside, they can't shoot up at you.
They can't immediately like, empty 5 crossbows. Yeah.
Okay, you open it up. No projectiles come out from inside. No light comes from inside either, and then you can sort of peek just through the corner, like through the upper right corner, so they can't easily see you. And you see the entrance into a poorly maintained tunnel. There's not like wooden supports or anything; it is just dirt.
And the tunnel is entirely dark.
After like 15 feet, yeah.
And I cannot see the dude, right?
Not specifically, no.
I'm gonna hop into the tunnel. I assume, because it's probably assuming this is like a direct tunnel to somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This would have like a fuck ton of echo if someone was like sprinting down it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear for a second.
Okay, make a perception check.
Hear him running. Yeah.
Yeah, echoing down the tunnel, you can hear panting breath. I think the breath is probably louder than the footsteps, but yeah, you hear footsteps and like panting breathing echoing from inside the tunnel.
Right, I'm gonna head in that direction.
Okay, well then, Renesmee, you arrive, at the edge of the battlefield. Severus has long since, you see like a pit trap that got triggered, and then I think that this is a Severus exclusive. I don't know how you would track him. Severus has gone off the grid.
I would look at the brambles. Can I shove my little elk head into the hole?
Yeah, sure.
I shove my little elk head into the hole. It is dark.
Your
I
giant
look
elk
around.
head.
Huge.
Yeah, I sniff.
You smell
back
Severus. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a
I
mongrel.
back up, and I just I want to get. You know how deer, when they're like laying, they have their little antlers tucked underneath their legs and they're folded all nice. I want to do that and then rest my little head and just wait.
Okay.
Waiting to prank me when I come out.
Waiting to murder you.
Yeah,
What's your source of light, Severus?
None. I'm following a straight tunnel, and I'm
Yeah, sure. Okay.
At like careful speed, and I'm trying to use darkness to my advantage.
Okay.
Assuming I can hear his
careful
breath.
speed. So interesting. All right, you begin to proceed through this tunnel. You feel the walls in front of you. You have like, you've gone through similar, not identical things, but you've gone through darkened sewers where you've been given explicit orders not to use any light. So you know how to navigate by the dark. So you're like sliding your feet forward slowly. You're moving your hands along the walls to get a sense of the space you're in. This is a very narrow space. The creature you're chasing must be crouched to be able to like sprint in here. Sure enough, there's no crazy traps, or otherwise this thing wouldn't be able to sprint full speed through it. And it's also not that long. You're about 50 feet in. You can even look behind you and see the other light. And looking ahead of you, you can see a bit of light feeding down into the tunnel. And then I think, you move a couple more feet forward, and then that light is going to, like, get louder. Not louder, more bright. That was a weird word. The light gets brighter as you can even see in the reflection of the light as more light gets entered into the tunnel, the hands of the mongrel are, like, pulling at the dirt and, like, basically clawing his way up. And you notice that he has distinctly mole-like hands. You know how moles have, so they're sort of like what do you call those? Mitts. They're like mitts as he pulls aside clods of dirt, and he essentially claws his way upward. Whatever this tunnel was meant to lead to, they never quite got there. So he basically pulls himself out of the unfinished end of the tunnel. And once you know where he is, you can start speeding yourself up.
Wait, during the entire thing, like how long does his digging take?
It takes 6 seconds. One action. He has a digging speed.
Could I, during his digging, like, knock an arrow and shoot him?
What's the range on a short bow? It's, like, pretty long, right?
60 feet.
Yeah, you can take a
Let me
short bow
check
attack
to
while
make
he's doing
sure. It's 80 feet even.
You can definitely do a short bow attack then.
Right. I'm doing it. Do I have advantage because he's unaware of me, and disadvantage because I'm in the dark, so a normal shot, or...?
I don't think there's disadvantage on you because you're not the target you're shooting at isn't in the darkness. It's like illuminated. I also don't think you get advantage though because he knows you're chasing him because you opened up the hatch behind him.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
So it's just normal. Yeah, that hits him for.
He's just fucking die.
5.
Oh
it hits him into the shoulder. He claws his way up onto the earth. You hear the pounding footsteps of the mongrel charging away, but you are faster than him, and he can never take that away from you. You sprint to the end of the tunnel. You pull yourself up the dirt. You find yourself in the dense sections of wood that's unfamiliar to you, but you have line of sight, and you are faster than him, so you can take another attack with whatever range weapon short bow works.
Could I just like I have a parrying dagger that isn't really meant to like fight, but it's still like a piece of metal. Can I like use it as an improvised weapon to stab him?
Yeah, sure.
So I want to just run up.
Would you prefer to do that?
Yes.
Okay, so he's like pounding his way through
my dagger.
Yeah, he's like pounding his way through the underbrush, and you sprint. You're much quieter than he is, and he knows you're behind him. But by the time he glances, he thought you were maybe 40 feet back, and you're 5 feet away from him, holding your parrying dagger. Which I'm gonna link in chat just for the other players what a parrying dagger looks like, because these are not ideal weaponry for murdering someone. Yeah, these are not ideal murder weapons. They're not even sharp particularly, but if you jam a piece of metal into someone hard enough, that will probably kill them. So. Make your improvised weapon attack.
So I assume I just get my dex bonus and no proficiency?
Correct.
That's 4. Well.
At 12, I think that misses. Yeah, you swing towards it, and he begins to gain on you again, but then quickly within 6 seconds, you catch up, and he's like spinning around, just prepared to make his final stand as you get a second strike against him.
And by the way, I'm aiming for this guy's like leg. I don't want to kill him right away.
Oh god. Oh my god. You make a dexterity saving throw. We gotta see.
Oh no.
We gotta see. All right, you swing towards him, and he goes for your weapon, trying to wrestle control of it from you. But you manage to pull your hand out of his grasp. And now we need to roll into initiative because the two of you are about to have a fucking a fight in the edge of the woods, all the way away from your allies. You guys are having a fucking duel in the woods. Holy shit. All right.
I'm gonna fuck this loser up.
All right.
Well, not with those rolls, I won't.
Not with those. Oh, okay. He acts first, and he is going to spin around. He's going to... He'll probably just greatsword you. 23.
That's a hit.
He strikes you for 8 slashing damage.
And then use uncanny dodge to take half.
Okay, you take 4. It's your turn.
You know the drill. Dagger attack. Parrying dagger, improvised attack. Come on.
Meat so doesn't hit. On his turn, he swings again. Great sword in hand. Miss. Severus. Oh my god.
This is like a fucking clown fight.
Yeah, he grabs his greatsword and whooshes it towards you. You attack with your parrying dagger, and he withdraws and parries with his sword. It's the duel of the century, and he swings towards you again, greatsword in hand, going for the lethal kill. Misses. Severus. You stab towards him, you push past his guard, get a good jab, and let's see how much it does.
What do I roll?
It'd be D4 plus your dex mod.
Oh, it's decent. Unless I roll a 1.
You stab him in the face, and he begins to grunt in pain. He is on the last leg. He is almost dead, but still barely standing. He is ultra bloodied, and he is going to attack you. He misses you. No. You catch his sword in your dagger, and counterattack swiftly.
Yeah. Swiftly, but it goes wide.
He withdraws, and he swings again.
It's taking way too long.
This is battle of
He misses. Severus.
This is like a wizard having a fist fight with like a fucking like a rat.
You miss as well.
Wizard having a fist fight with a rat.
This is like he's jumping up on logs to like swing at you, and then you're taking the log from him and blocking his blade with your dagger. You're clearly the better fighter, but totally like getting let down by your equipment here. And he is once again going to swing, do a great swooping strike at you, which misses. Severus.
Come on, 16.
That does hit.
4 plus 4. Come on.
All right, Severus, describe it. How do you take him down?
So his swing goes wide, and I duck under it, and I stab him in the side of the thigh, which makes him lose balance. And as he loses balance, I pull out the dagger and I jam it in the side of his neck. Because it's not sharp enough, it like scrapes off, and I'm just making like a large scratch in him. And I keep like stabbing his neck with this like not very sharp dagger until it's basically just like a mushy pile.
Yeah, and slowly you stand up. You felt a rage. You're a trained assassin. You should not feel motion when engaging in fights like these. This is supposed to be separate, but you feel satisfied as you stand up and look down at the
this
broken
guy tried
body.
to take my dagger.
Yeah, you roll over the corpse,
to
tear your dagger out of the back alongside the like how many arrows you shot at him.
Yeah, I'm like,
wow.
I think I shot like 4.
Most intense boss fight of the campaign. The random mongrel. You can roll, what is it? 4d2 to recover your arrows as you walk back after recovering your dagger. You pick up 3 from your chase scene, and you walk back through the tunnel on your hands and knees. You exit back up through the hatch. You push your way through the bramble, and a giant elk is there staring at you.
Yeah, I'm there. I look up at him with my big elk eyes, and I lower my head so that he can climb on if he wants.
Severus has some new scratches from the brambles and a large cut in his belly, but he's alive.
Well, Severus, do you want to climb on?
Well, the elk looks at you meaningfully. It can't speak, of course, but it does stare at you.
Tilt my head and go like, and go to like step past her.
I stick out my antler.
Oh my.
I look at him. I lower myself again for him to get on.
Oh, that. Sure. No, hop on, I guess.
Yeah, there's no saddle, so it's not the comfiest ride, but she trots back to the battlefield.
No.
Oh?
I want to action dash with
my
life.
god, okay. It's a painful ride then. It's not just uncomfortable, it is painful because there is no saddle.
He wants to like destroy my thighs.
yeah, as you're clinging
I want to show him what it's like to go super
That's
super
terrifying. So Maximus, you're on the battlefield. You're like,
Sorry.
You and Lars are on the battlefield. Like Lars is picking gore out of Gore's teeth, and you're reviewing the corpses. And exiting from the woods, you see Zendius is floating down to the ground. And exiting from the woods, a giant elk, full speed, sprinting as quickly as it can. It's like one of those moose when they're like going full speed. It's terrifying. And then hard stopping, and Severus, skidding in place. He's like just getting rattled. and then he dismounts, and the party is united once again.
They're like often like, ah, fuck, I think I chipped my teeth.
What?
I want to do a happy elk
Wow.
dance, like try to dance in elk form.
Gritting his teeth so hard, and Elk is bumping up and down. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Imagine not intimately understanding the kinematics of aggressive elk riding.
What does a happy elk dance look like?
Like I'm
Have
just
you never-
imagining, because like
Have you never seen a
horses
happy elk
aren't
dance? Come on.
sentient, yeah. Horses aren't sentient, so they don't know how to like actually dance. But I'm thinking like I'm jumping and like one hoof's going out, the other hoof's going in at different times. Because I know what dancing is. Normal horses don't know, but I do. So.
Oh, Hecko has linked a very relevant GIF, and for the viewers,
I
I'd
literally
like to
just
describe
typed in
this.
happy elk
It
dance.
is an elk jumping side to
Oh.
side and looking around, and its ears flopping about. That is what Renesmee is doing. Also, she has
Yeah.
antlers, even though I don't think female elks do, but that's okay. Who cares?
Well, I was
so-
thinking more like this.
Oh, a trot. I think that's a
Except like a
very
happy
well-trained
trot.
maneuver. I don't think that's a happy
Yeah.
trot. Well, either way, you guys reunite together amidst the corpses of almost a dozen mongrels. Oh,
Is that good?
yeah, Severus is back. He was gone for a little bit of time.
Well, shall we carry on then? Oh wait, I'll look around to see if I can find that guy that was trapped under his horse.
Yeah, you walk, you glance in the direction, and you see
Completely forgot
that,
about that guy.
like 1,000 feet to your north, the guy went silent when the battle began. And he's
I'll
still
get on
trapped
my horse
underneath
and-
his horse, and he's just like groaning
Get
in
on my
pain.
horse and ride up to him.
You ride over, and as you approach, he says something in Gellin, and the professor is riding next to you alongside all the horses except for Severus's 07. The professor
Yeah, I'm gonna
translates.
grab my shit from my horse, by the way.
Sad. The professor says,
Dead.
he says that he was delivering a message from Borussia, and that he was ambushed by those things.
What's his message? Oh,
The messenger is like trying to push at his horse.
I'll go and help him off of his
Yeah,
horse
you try
off
to
of
push
him
up
by
the horse's corpse. Horses are very heavy, so eventually you enlist the professor to help you, and all three of you working together
I was
push the
about to
horse.
say,
Can I
have
use
a
my
horse,
antlers?
so-
Yeah, true. Actually, true. Yeah, you guys all back away and just let a giant elk walk over and just fling the corpse like 20 feet away, and just like splatters across the ground. And the messenger's legs look injured, but not like broken, which is good because being a paraplegic in these times is not a good thing. And he will point towards the saddle, and he'll sort of like begin to slowly pull himself up, and Professor will walk over to the saddle, withdraw the message from inside, and hand it over to you, Maximus.
All right, I'll take a look at it.
The seal is sealed with that of the Quaestor, which is an Imperial Mythosian seal. You snap it, unfurl the letter. Judges of the Empire, I only hope that this makes it through to you. Fort Varus is under siege, and Varusia has been assaulted. I believe this to be the work of the cult of the Raven. The ships have been scuttled. There is no escape from the Isle any longer.
Is Maximus reading this
Well,
out loud as he?
Are you reading it
reads
out loud,
himself?
Maximus?
I wasn't, no,
Okay.
but I will now transmit its contents to everyone else.
Yeah, the professor has a worried look on his face.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
I will do a little scared trot now. A fearful
I don't-
trot.
I don't know what that means, Renesmee.
She trots side to side, and the professor says, I believe our druidic friend is attempting to communicate with us. Based on the movements, I would say that she is either horny or deeply terrified.
I will nod my head. Yes.
Both, I suppose, based on the nodding.
No. I
That
nod my
seems-
head. No.
That seems.
I nod my head no. Oh,
Sorry, I
God.
shake my head.
Not fair.
So many conflicting messages.
The professor
We weren't
says,
exactly on planning on leaving the island until the cult was dealt with anyway, so...
True enough, Lord Judge. It is concerning,
also
though,
got-
if they can muster a
pretty
force
bad.
of these. He points towards the corpses across the battlefield.
Well, I don't suppose we can fight an entire sieging force on our own, so I'd say we have to cut it off at the head.
What if the leaders of the cult are in Varusia.
I suppose that's a good point. We should go and take a look.
Perhaps we should rest. There are some among you that I worry for the health of.
I'll look back at Lars.
Not a bad idea.
With my very large elk head.
Additionally, I have some concerns. Now, previously, we had been told by the Makai that these mongrels were not influenced. They were not soldiers, at least not how they had heard, but we're nowhere near their home. We're on the opposite side of the island. And this, right here, there are no women and children. It's a concentrated war band out to kill us. Perhaps the cult has somehow gained control over their former soldiers again.
Hopefully not,
Well,
but that seems likely.
he shrugs. Then, what are we to do? Continue on to Varusia? If not, where do we rest? Where is safe?
Let us at least get a look at the condition of Varusia. Have an idea
Alright.
of what's going on there.
You guys continue northward. At this point, you've traveled a lot today. Initially, you left the estate of Aventadorus and went up to the mountain, which was 3 miles. Then you went 3 miles back down. Then you traveled another 7 miles. So you guys have gone 16 miles today. I mean, it's on horseback, but still, that's a lot of distance. That's like, especially in hilly terrain. So you stop at the bridge and have some snacks, eat some food. Professor Pushton is holding one of the corpses of the crows, and he seems to be doing an impromptu autopsy, though he is not a doctor, so it is mostly just butchering a bird. And after about 30 minutes, you guys can head to the southwest. Again, if you guys are trying to travel between any major landmark, I'm not going to say, like, oh, where do you go? Because the professor has them up. So,
I have a question.
yeah.
Do we recover all of our horses? Is anyone left without a mount?
Yes, Severus is going to have to ride with someone else.
I will offer my back to Severus.
You can only be a
What
horse for
about
like an
your
hour.
horse?
or
What about your horse?
True.
For 2 hours or something like that. For a long time. Thank
I don't
you.
know. It's kind of weird that you'd offer yourself before your horse.
Oh, right, I guess my horse.
Yeah, I guess the horse works if you want it.
Yeah, I'm just cooler, but that's
Yeah.
fine. Renesmee will take it as a slight if you don't.
You are
accept her
also don't
offer
have a
back
saddle
with
on you,
you.
so that sounds miserable. Or stirrups.
Yeah, but he's
But she's
nimble.
cute.
He's nimble.
Like lay down.
Yeah, is that how that works?
Yeah, I'm gonna like take
Just
your
like
horse
laying the
instead.
others.
Okay, so
I'd like to ride with a saddle. I'd like to not, castrate myself.
you guys
Well, what
continue.
happens when Renesmee runs out of wild shape?
True. How long does it
Nothing
last
wrong
for?
with a little bit of
3 hours. It's half your
3 hours.
level
Okay,
round
yeah,
it down.
that's going to be the rest of your guys' journey to Port Varus then.
Oh.
So you guys travel for about another hour across the plains, riding hard, and then the fog begins to ever so slightly abate. Like previously, it was pretty nice to see about a mile of visibility. It abates slightly to about 2 miles of visibility. Not a huge improvement, but you are able to see just bits of the fortified settlement of Varusia. And once you guys are about a mile away from the settlement, you lift over one of the very small inclined hills of the Isle, and you see, one moment, you see, first you see the city itself. The palisade walls which surrounded the settlement, which were pretty flimsy to begin with, have been broken down in several places. The exact method of entry isn't exactly clear, but clearly, whether it's explosion or just blunt force, the palisade couldn't hold. Then the city itself, it seems like it wasn't like butchered, it was just conquered, which is weird because it's not like these mongrels seem like the most reasonable folks, but you can see townsfolk are cleaning up the ruins of their destroyed city, and only 1 or 2 structures are burned down. The harbor, on the other hand, is a totally different story. Every pier is either burned up to pieces or still actively burning. Every ship is either fully in the harbor bottom or in the process of sinking. They've all been scuttled, all 5 vessels that were in the harbor, including the transport vessel, I think is the Tempest, that you guys took here. Fort Varus is surrounded. It's a little bit away from the main town itself, about half a mile, and it's on a slope. And the slope, about 300 feet from the fort proper, you can see a swarm of creatures. You're pretty far off, so you're really just getting individual head count. You can't make out the individual things, but there are roughly 40 humanoids and then 10 excessively large creatures. They look almost like ogres, but with these long pointed beaks. If you got closer, you could maybe make a better assessment of what exactly they are, but from this distance, you can say ogre-ish. All told, it's about 50 creatures besieging the fort, which is about 2 times bigger than the garrison.
Well, that is not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest.
What sound do elks make? Ah!
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah, they make this cacophonous, like, yeah, that's basically what it was actually.
Thank you.
It was pretty good.
That was astoundingly good.
Thank you. Ah!
Okay, anyway. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, the professor just looks towards all of you, unsure of what to do, where to go, how to proceed.
What time of day is it?
Ooh, it's getting late. It's probably near like 4 or 5 o'clock. The sun's starting to go down. You probably have another 30 minutes of good daylight.
If we're gonna go take up the cult after this, we need a long rest at some point.
Yeah. Just saying, maybe we should sneak into the fort.
Professor says, I'm sure that you
why?
judges could do that, but I don't think that I could. I'm not particularly stealthy.
Why?
Can I turn back into a human voluntarily, please?
Yes, you shrink and pop and crack and twist and rend, and eventually, within the span of 6 seconds, you are back to a short elf woman.
Woo! Well, that was good. What the fuck are those? I point to the big ogre things. I look at the professor.
Ogres. You guys really can just see the silhouette this far away and in these light conditions. And he shrugs and says, well, I mean, I can tell. We all know what it looks like. Looks like some sort of squat humanoid with the bulk to it, but I'd have to get closer to say anything more specific than that.
He's known to live in these places?
I've never heard of anything like any of the creatures we've encountered. The Cloister likely hasn't encountered the Viger. I'm sure he would have been ranting up and down about them.
Wait, to be clear, this is like the main big outpost city, right?
Yeah, this is the capital city.
Gala Island.
It's the only Mithdosian settlement on the island, yeah.
And it's like entirely destroyed.
Well, no. Only 1 or 2 buildings in the town proper are destroyed. The townsfolk are still engaged in like the repairing of the city. It's the fort of the town, where the Imperial garrison is, that is under siege.
What is siege?
So, in like historical terms, it could be anything from like 6 guys waiting outside your house for you to leave so they can jump you, or it could be 30,000 men besieging a city with like cannons and shit. In the context of this, there is lights, like what do you call those? Torches stabbed into the ground all around the fort at a distance of about 400 feet, so that it's well illuminated. They could either be just surrounding the fort and waiting for reinforcements to come so they can storm it. They could be trying to starve the fort out, which could take anywhere. It could take weeks to months if that's their strategy. Without water, only a couple days. So typically, it's just surround a place, wait for some precondition, and then carry on with the battle or the starvation.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The key part of the siege, though, is that you basically fully circumventulate it, so there is no getting in and out. Or it's difficult, at least.
So, very likely there are people stuck in there.
Guaranteed, because you can look towards the walls and see the little outlines of guards there. And the Mithdosian banner fluttering from the main keep. And, like, the building itself.
If we wait till tomorrow,
Severus,
I can invis some of us.
why would we try and sneak in?
You hear crickets making noises in the distance.
Okay. That's exactly what I thought too. All right then.
I could
Anywho,
probably sneak in as a rat or a
Yes,
spider
yes.
or something, but
Yes, but why? More
I don't
cookies.
know.
Okay.
That's a good question. I'm not sure what use would you have in there.
I think
What
the answer
should we
is
do?
none. Now, one of us going into the city, perhaps. Wait, so how far away is the fort
About half a
from
mile.
the city?
So within visual
Half a
range,
mile?
but like, you could probably sneak in the city without being spotted by the forces besieging the fort.
Could we just approach at an angle where the city is blocking the fort?
You could. I would not recommend doing it on horseback, just because you guys stand out so much compared to the locals. Additionally, I think as you're watching the fort, you do notice the ever-present flocks of ravens. However, rather than being spread across the city, most of them seem to be concentrated around the fort. But you do still see the occasional raven sitting atop a roof in Verusia or down near the harbor, the burned remnants of the harbor.
Okay,
If you guys
yeah,
want me to scout it out, I could turn into a rat or a cat or something like that.
Well, why don't we just have a couple people go in there on foot and perhaps get an idea of what's going on? Look like a local.
Professor
I'd just
looks
be
towards all of
afraid
you.
that the ravens would see us and recognize us. Obviously, it's not them recognizing us, but rather whoever's controlling them.
Also, none
don't-
of you really look like locals.
I mean, I said a second ago I can invis us if we want to wait till tomorrow. At
Ah,
least a few of us.
that could be good.
Well-
What kind of information would even help us that we're trying to get? It's like what happened?
Yeah, what happened? Who's here?
Who's
Was there
still
some
alive?
big baddie here that isn't here anymore? Things of
Hmm.
that nature.
Got it. That seems like it'd be beneficial to talk to people who were present. Wouldn't be able to do that as an animal. I'd only be able to scout things out. So maybe the invisible strategy is our best bet.
I'd say just get in there. Once you're in there unseen, you'll probably be all right.
We don't look like locals, and there are ravens that are on every branch inside of that city trying to keep control of the town and of the fort. I'd be worried that they'd recognize us. And
The professor speaks up and
informed.
says, "And this would match the stories I've heard of the Raven King's kingdom. In previous testimony, it was said that this is another name for Gela Isle, is Raven Isle, because every single branch was covered by the agents of the Raven Tyrant, keeping his people oppressed and fearful of him."
Okay.
Invisibility would work.
Invisibility it is, I suppose.
To speak to locals under invisibility might be jarring to them. We might have to... Can we grab
Why don't
them
you
under invisibility?
why don't you go and find
We
whoever's
grab
in
them.
charge, and then when you're inside, talk to them normally.
Oh, I suppose.
Well, Zednius can't
Any
do it today,
objections?
so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do it today.
Looks
Where
like
to?
we're resting then. Let's go somewhere where they can't see us.
Could I
so where to? Are you just like sleeping on the plains outside of the city?
Some hills or like a copse of trees or.
Well,
Somewhere
we
was
just-
covered.
there are some trees to the north, but there are no hills.
What if I went into the city disguised as a local? I have a spell that I can use to disguise myself to look just like them. The problem is I can't speak their language.
Doesn't everyone in the city speak Mythos?
Yes, but wouldn't it be suspicious if I spoke Mythos instead of Gela?
In a Mithdosian city?
Professor, what language is dominant in the town?
It's incredibly multilingual. When I went to my occasional merchant shoppings, I heard Common, Gallon, Protonic, Mythos.
I could try
I
it
mean-
with common, I guess.
Hell, you could probably speak Delian for all they cared.
Well, I don't know that language, but yeah. I could try
Oh,
that
so?
and ask what the hell happened.
I can be a rat on your shoulder that scouts out for you.
That could work.
That's weird.
Most
Don't actually do
strangers,
that.
most strangers don't have rats.
Well, not on his
But-
shoulder, above his clothes. Like, I don't know, in his coat, cloak, or his trousers or something.
Yeah, I can make it do like the last time where I made myself look slightly taller, and then she's hidden inside my illusion.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
All
that would
good
work.
ideas. Yes. Which should
Also,
be done
trouser rat.
tomorrow.
That's very funny.
Uh,
Is that a rat in
Oh,
your
wait.
pants, or?
Or maybe I,
you just happy to see me.
maybe I just I wear like like a chef hat or something, and she like pulls my hairs to give me signals.
Oh yeah.
Where'd you get that idea from?
Oh no, that just came into my
Made it
mind.
up, yeah.
Well,
All right, well, let's get some rest. I suggest the cover of the trees.
so we want to go north to the northern woods.
I think that would be best.
That's my
I don't know.
That's my Zedness. Do any of you have the option to cast Ascending spell?
Nope.
Ascending spell?
Yes, it is. It's a spell with which you can contact people from great distances. So we
I
could inform the
Don't
people
believe so.
of the main island. Well, even the
I
mainland.
don't think I have it. I definitely don't have it prepared. I don't even know if it's available to me.
I think it might be available to it. I'm not sure.
1 sec, I'll see if it is.
Yeah, no, it's Bard Cleric Wizard. My bad.
Yeah.
Rip bozo. Neither of them can have it. Oh man. Well then, we withdraw from the city in the late hours of the day. It plunges into night just as we approach the woods. Moving into the woods, it doesn't take long to find a sheltered copse of trees lacking ravens. In fact, these northern woods, which were previously crawling with them every square inch, now seem sparse. In fact, you only see one raven during your whole time in the woods. Yeah. It hops close and severs you dispatch of it quickly. And there's no response force. There's no like horde of ravens that descends from the sky. It seems as if all attention of the cult is on Fort Varus and Verusia. So, in the copse of tree, you nestle close. You bring over the horses. Professor Pushton offers the first watch. He seems deeply disturbed by what he saw in Fort Varus and Verusia. He doesn't seem like he's going to be able to get any sleep. For the rest of you, though, you've seen worse. I think everyone here has seen worse than, a slightly sacked city. Not even really, just like 2 burned down buildings. So you all drift off to sleep.
May I, before I go to bed,
Yeah.
may I try and see if I can collect some herbs to offer the professor that would help him sleep?
Yeah, you can spend like 30 or 40 minutes just before sleep collecting. They're not so much sleeping herbs. That would take a long time to find that'll actually knock you out. But they're things that make you more calm and comfortable. You can make them a little tea, boil
I'll
in
do
some water.
a little survival check. Let's see.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Let's see.
Come on.
Okay,
come
yeah, you
on.
find
Yeah, she literally just found.
you find something that
Opium.
very uncreatively is called sleeping root. It's literally it's like almost an old wives' tale. In fact, you probably would have learned about it in Jagding Keep when you were there with Hieronymus, because he would need it to sleep every night. He had a hard time sleeping. And
Fuck
so
that raggedy old man.
hey, he's dead now. He's gone. Okay, that's all that matters. He's in your stomach.
good.
No, probably long
Yep,
since
made sure of
digested.
that.
Excuse me, did you say in her stomach?
I did say in her
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
Wait, is she a cannibal? What the fuck?
Yes.
No, I tried.
Well.
Yes. Well.
Anyways, so you find a small little cluster of sleep root, 3 of them. You take them out, you boil them in a pot. The thick, sort of slimy mucus produced by the boiling of them looks disgusting, but it'll knock you out in like 10 seconds. It's incredibly effective. And once, you
I'll
can
take some
offer
of
it to
that.
him for when he's... Yeah, and you can get a deep night's sleep.
Yeah, I'll offer it to
Sick.
whoever needs it.
Can
Yeah.
you wait? Does that shit only work if it's like freshly?
Yes.
Like, put
Yeah,
into your
freshly
mouth?
boiled and then drunk.
Okay, so I can't like make it a poison.
Yeah, it's never. People have tried to use it as like essentially a roofie equivalent, or like a what is the thing that they put over your mouth and breathe it in, and then you go to sleep? Chloroform.
Chloroform.
Chloroform,
They've
yeah.
tried to use it as things like that, but you need so much of it, and you need to ingest it. So it's shitty. It's like a really shitty
Yeah.
for anything other than.
It's just a
Sleep.
effective sleepy tea. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. I want to offer it to the professor and be like, Professor, I found some sleepy root. Once you're done with your watch, you can drink it and it should help you.
He smiles. Thank you, Lady Judge. I appreciate it.
I'll bow my head a little bit and I will go off to sleep.
So, the rest of you guys get a good night's rest, and if you want to take a break, go grab some water, that's fine. But, Peach, you were going to have a dream.
Aww.
Peach. Renesmee.
Yeah?
You close your eyes. Go to sleep. However, something wakes you up. You're not quite sure what it is. Your eyes open, you look around the campsite. Everyone else is gone. In fact, this isn't even your campsite. You're not in the woods. You're on a flat piece of slate rock, a dark sort of rock. A campfire burns, and on the other side of the campfire is a man. He's human, dark hair. He's handsome, but obviously the first thing that you react is, where the hell am I? And you feel the fear begin to well up, but before you say anything, the man sitting on the other side of the fire says, "You fought well today. It was an impressive thing to see. When you're done here, on this isle, and my servants, who, unfortunately, I think are going to be dispatched, I could see great things for you. All you need to do is journey to a foreign land with me guiding your hand."
Do I think this is real? Or
You look
do I
around.
realize by now
I
I'm
think by
dreaming?
now you realize, you look around and you realize that what you thought was a slate black surface is actually just black. Like, you look down, there's just darkness. You look behind you, there's darkness. There's nothing existing in the world except for this fire, this burning campfire, the man sitting across from Indio. Certainly a dream. Though it doesn't quite feel like a dream. It feels much more real than a dream.
Why are you reaching me?
I've reconsidered the results of the scheming on this island, and I think that you are frankly underutilized. You don't need to decide now. You'll eventually come around. They always do.
And you are?
He smiles and the fire begins to dim. And in the last moments of the fire, just before it snuffs out completely, for a moment, you see a thing of writhing tentacles. There is no man, only layers of tentacles, eyes on every square inch of them staring out at you, each one with a different eye color and each one having a slightly different expression on the eye. And then the fire pit fades fully, and you wake to the sound of birds.
No. What time is it?
You look around, it's about 9 in the morning. Maximus is, 7 in the morning. Maximus is up, Severus is up. They're both working out over near the fire pit.
Do we maybe need to take a break here? This is a good point, maybe?
Do you want to take a break, Beach? We can.
I'm okay. I want to finish my conversation with the professor because I'm going to call him into the tent. Professor! Professor!
He's over near the fire making some morning brew, probably some tea, and he glances over. Yes?
May I speak with you for a moment?
Of course. And he stands up from the fire and with his little cup of tea walks over. Good morning, Lady Judge.
Good morning. How was your sleep?
Very solid. I didn't wake up until Lord Judge Maximus gave me a kick on the ribs.
I'm very glad to hear. I have a question for you, and you very likely will not know the answer, but I want to know, do you know of any image or person or myth or historical legend or god or demon, anything that matches the rough description of
Demon!
a mass of hundreds of writhing tentacles with eyes at the end of the tentacles, and they all have different eye colors?
The professor sort of awkwardly scratches his neck and looks over to Severus and Maximus working out on the edge of the camp and says, yes, Lady Judge.
Yes.
Yes.
And Well, do tell.
Well, I've heard of similar descriptions of a number of creatures. There is, of course, Exarch, Niberia, Skatach, the Master of Fortune, the Weaver of Destinies, the King of Lies. But from what I've heard in the symposium, these are all names for the same thing. The Faceless King.
A king. A real king.
No,
Of what
no.
land?
He's one of the 4 demon princes.
Oh. Oh. I see. Do you know anything else about this demon king?
I do my absolute best to avoid anything in the topics of demonology after they were outlawed by Emperor Var's soul.
Professor, I am not asking you to incriminate yourself. I am asking you because I had a concerning dream.
I disagree, Lady Judge. I think that you are asking me to incriminate myself. I would recommend that you ask a preacher or a bishop back in Mithdosica. Scholars like me aren't supposed to look into those sorts of things. Perhaps that thing which lingers on Lord Zednius' shoulder doesn't seem of our world. I'm sure it would know more.
An interesting point. Thank you. Would you mind keeping our conversation strictly confidential?
Just like every other conversation with you, Lady Judge.
I smile, and then as he leaves the tent, I'll open it up and I'll be like, what's his name? Fuck.
Oh my god, she forgot Zednius' names.
Zednius, sorry. I was looking at Severus. And I was
Yeah,
like,
same. I don't know why I always get them confused. They are not similar.
She forgot.
I'll open the tent thing and I'll put my face through it and be like, Zednius?
Am I awake?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you're awake. You're with everyone else. You're like around the campfire doing your morning routine.
I'll look up from my book. If I'm around. Okay.
Yeah, whatever you're doing in the morning.
I'll wave my hand frantically to come in, like, come on, Zednius. Come on.
I'm coming over.
Okay. Yeah, you can head inside the tent. Yeah.
Cool.
You sit down across from Renesmee.
I very urgently need to speak to your friend, your blob friend, the one on your shoulder, please. Head call, yes. Now, please, urgent.
Can I ask what it's about?
I think a demon tried to contact me last night. Please don't freak out.
Oh.
I just want to...
Yeah, opposite side of the camp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, and I just want to ask your shoulder friend about it. Maybe he's not from this world. He might know more than I do. If that's okay.
You know, it wasn't that long ago. You called him evil and demonic. And you
yes, and that is
seem to hate
precisely
him.
why I think he might know. Het Hagal, I might have spoken to a demon. Don't you want to know more?
If you promise to be
Hagal?
nicer to him, I'll let you speak.
Fine.
Hetagal is like
Very
sitting
well.
on your shoulder. Zednius, his little legs are like swinging back and forth, like hitting against you. And he will say mentally to you, I do not wish to speak to her. She lacks potential.
I'll whisper back. Wouldn't it be useful to know what's trying to contact her?
I know what contacts her. She bears its mark.
What is it?
The thousand-faced king. The great deceiver, of course.
Is that the same that we saw back in the Mackay village?
You just feel a little like you can mentally picture, you can feel like the weight shift on your shoulder as Hetagal does his approximation of a nod and his whole little body vibrates. And all this time, Renesmee, you just see Zednius looking at his own shoulder and like just like engaging. I mean, you just see staring at his own shoulder because he's engaged in a telepathic conversation.
Zed, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to speak to the blob directly.
Of course. Yeah, of course. We'll leave you to it, and I'll place an invisible Hagal on the ground and leave the tent.
You see a little bit of grass and your tent compresses, and you see the tiny little footprints of the a foot and a half tall Hagal.
I would like to reach out my hand to him and say, Hagal, I don't know what you are, and I don't know if you are evil or good, but a demon tried to contact me last night, I think, and I don't know what to make of it, or anything about him, really.
When
Do
you
have
reach your
any
hand out to
counsel?
touch him, you feel a pseudopod slap your hand away. Do not
Rude.
touch me, witch of the woods.
All right, I apologize.
Which? Oh.
I apologize. I didn't know that you didn't like to be touched.
You are marked by the vile filth of a king of 1,000 faces. Your fate has been decided. If he speaks to you, the tether of causality has already been signed.
What? A mark? He's marked me. How do I get it off?
There is silence in the tent for a few long moments. And then you hear a noise. It almost sounds like breathing, like it's like a heaving, but Hagal doesn't need to breathe. And it takes you a few seconds to realize he's laughing. It's a raspy, disgusting, like airy laugh, but he's definitely laughing at you.
It seems that you have disdain for this 1,000-faced king demon. I don't want to be marked by him. I have no interest in working with demons.
Demons? Oh, okay.
It is too late. You are mortal. Your fate is not your own. You have been marked. It is already decided.
That cannot be true.
Once
Have
again,
you
the
decided
wheezing returns.
Have you decided Xenius' fate? Are you a demon just like the 1,000-faced king?
I am nothing like the 1,000-faced king. My master was... It is different.
I do not wish to serve him. I would rather die than serve him.
Speaking to you pains me. Do you have further questions?
What do you know about him? What will his next steps be in order to, I don't know, control me? What will happen?
Go read a book. I'm done with you. And you watch as the little footprints exit out of the tent.
You know, you walk real cute, Hagal, for something trying to be so scary.
There's no
Spit on the
response.
ground.
There's no response.
Pseudopods away.
And yeah, his little feet leave the tent, and eventually he'll crawl back up onto Xenius' shoulder.
Yeah.
It may be the worst party member to talk to. He is like a raging asshole.
Yeah. Renesmee will be in the tent and she'll be like flailing her hands a little bit and be like, I'm possessed by a demon. I am possessed by a demon. A demon.
That's pretty
possessed
bad.
me.
Demons are pretty bad.
I'm marked by a demon. I'm marked by a demon. Are you hearing me? That's Space King? I'm not interested. Yeah,
She's having a
I'm just
schizo moment in her
going
tent.
crazy, yes.
Well, the rest of you finish your morning routines. You, Severus and Maximus, the two of you, finish working out. You head over to the horses to feed them up. All of you guys get the benefit of a short rest. And a little while later, maybe like 30 minutes after you all have begun your morning routine, Renesmee goes out of her tent. She looks stressed. You know, it's not like all of you look a little bit stressed. You've been out in the countryside for weeks. You know, Renesmee isn't coming out like, you know, with makeup or anything every morning. So she always looks a bit like frazzled, just like you all do. But today is especially bad. Her hair is like all like fucked up. She has like a little bit of fear in her eyes. Yeah, she didn't re-braid it. It's all fucked. And you, as she exits her tent, you hear, I guess Maximus, you hear this hissing sound, but like sort of like up pitched a little bit coming from Xenius' shoulder.
Do I hear it?
Yeah, you do. He's laughing at you again.
I look over at Xenius' shoulder. Fuck off, Hagal. I'm not in the mood.
You're the one that wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, and he was a real jerk about it. He was a fucking asshole to me, alright? I'm not in the mood.
All of you hear that. I don't know if you have any any questions. Maybe not. Who cares? But you do all hear that exchange. Okay, well, you might,
How, like, if I'm assuming that if a demon tries to contact you, that's like pretty bad. And Renesmee understands this as like, there's a demon trying to contact her. Sounds like he's like marked her and is trying to possess her or some shit.
Yeah.
How bad would it be for other people to know that in regards to her life?
Well, I mean, if she's a loyal servant of Aurelian soul and desperately fighting against demons with all her might, of course no one would impugn her character. But her physical body may need to be destroyed if it falls to the demonic filth.
Cool. Cool. That's good.
But what if the demons aren't evil, Renesmee?
Demons, you say?
Yeah, and this time you actually do hear it, Maximus. But you do hear
Wait,
Renesmee
like-
shouting at Hagal.
What is going on out here? Why are you shouting at the pseudopod?
I'm sorry, he was just being a right asshole this morning, and I haven't gotten very good sleep. And I'll look at Zednius with like a thing in my eye.
What did I do?
Don't say anything.
Neither of those things seem out of the ordinary for either of you. What's special about this morning? You never get good sleep, and it's always an asshole.
Oh well, got through to me today.
All right then. I would say don't kill it, but I don't think you could ever do that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill him. Be too easy. And I'll laugh at myself a little. And I'll look over at Heckle like, yeah, fuck you, little
Yeah, there's no. He just doesn't say anything. You guys mount up in the morning.
All right then.
I have a teenage girl feud against him, okay?
No, Yogi, no.
No, I mean she was looking for religion.
No, Yogi, no.
You guys mount up onto your horses and destroy the limited campsite that you did have. And now, where to, what do, how do?
Can I pee now?
Yeah, we can take a 5-minute break.
That's good, that's good.
Or if it's just going to be
Roll
Severus...
Constitution.
Jesus. If it's just going to be Severus infiltrating the city after he was made invisible, then you can just do that.
I can hide in his shoulder as like a little rat or something under his cloaks. I just want to be there for like the perception.
Yeah, sure, we'll make
So
a
if you
5-minute break.
want-
No, we can take a 5-minute break. All right, we will be back in 5. Get some water, stand up, stretch your legs, do a walk. 10,000 steps if you haven't gotten them in. I don't think you can do that in 5 minutes. We'll be back. All right,
Alex
welcome
is
back,
basically
folks. Where we last left off, whatever, it was 5 minutes ago. You're fine. So we're here, next to the Yugaruga River. We've woken up. We're on horseback. There's some tension in the morning, but it's been resolved. Now what?
Wait, if
Visibility's
they're
reduced
the only
again.
ones going into the city.
Well, that's what I was asking. What is that? What's happening? Like, what's happening? I don't know what's happening.
All I know is I can make 3 people invis, and I don't care who.
Okay,
So which
how about
three?
you, Severus, and Renesmee go into the city and see what's what?
Well, if you can make 3 people invisible, I can disguise myself. Then 4 people can go in.
True.
And then if Renesmee becomes a spider, then 5 people.
5 people can go in the end.
Yeah,
That
we could take the
That's-
professor in case we need someone to translate.
This sounds like a
So-
great time to start my
Yeah.
long rest.
we're getting to the whole, too many people starts to destroy the stealth kind of
True.
thing here. I'd say no more than 3 should go in.
The professor sort of speaks up and says,
Probably less.
I certainly would not like to be one of those inside. If I had to lie to people, I think I'd fall apart under pressure. You should have seen when I had to defend my doctorate thesis, and someone made a good point. It was horrible.
What
All
was your
right then.
thesis on?
No, later. Focus. Why don't you 3 go into the city?
Yes, sounds good.
All right then.
So it's Peach, invisible, Zednius, invisible, and Severus, invisible.
I'm not
Yeah,
casting
I'll
it
turn
until we
into a
get pretty
spider.
close.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I have a clarifying question. What are we going to the city or the keep? So that we keep these distinguished, because they are geographically distinct and the types of people in them are totally different.
I'm gonna. Does anybody have some before we go? Does anybody have some like storage space on the horse I could use? Because my horse
Yes.
died and I'm encumbered when I have to carry its
Oh.
gear.
Probably
Yes.
on my horse, yes.
There's
Um,
plenty of storage space. Everywhere.
I take out Renner's man off, I guess.
Okay.
It's just my my rations.
Oh,
my
that
short
reminds me.
sword.
Someone remove 12 rations.
and,
Okay.
My water skin.
I'll do that.
Okay, thanks, Ethan.
I have 66 of them.
Gee. See, there's no market anymore, so it's a good thing you bought so much.
I still have them on my sheet. I just marked them as like not a
I
good
knew
thing.
there was a reason that I did this.
Yeah.
Let's do this, because let's just pretend I did this last night.
Yep.
Why wouldn't I have?
Let's just pretend.
Oh, look at that. I'm back.
Yay, clappies. And
love
people
being
clapping right now.
Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap.
So anyways, city or keep?
How long does invisibility last?
1 hour.
No. And that?
1 hour.
That's up
Yeah.
to you guys. I would recommend the city. I wouldn't recommend going into the keep in case you get stuck. But
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Well,
If I
then.
bring only 2 of us, then I can just dimension door us out, unless someone thinks that they can escape on their own and get theory.
I suppose
I can
Renesmee
probably escape
could.
on my own with my spider form.
Okay. Then we don't
Well-
really need to worry about.
All right, then in that case, going back to the whole why are we going in there? What kind of intel are we trying to get? The keep would actually probably be better. Well,
Okay.
Because they probably have like the leaders, right? Or like the more important.
So the
squishy
keep
people.
would contain the town's garrison, the quaestor, the head of the guards, the quaestor's family. That's probably it. The town would contain the burgomeister, the harbor master, people that you haven't met or talked to.
You just call it Burgermeister?
Yeah, that's like a town person. Mayor, there it is.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the German word for it.
Yeah, I just had a
I
stroke.
thought that was I
Yeah,
thought
I just
that
had a
was
bit of a
German.
stroke anyways. I just had a stroke.
Bit of a
It
The
is.
stroke.
only reason I know that is because they use it to be fury.
Yeah, do they?
Yeah, they do.
How about you
Do- use it where?
furiously... Never mind. Anyway, so...
So I
anyways, so you
was gonna
guys...
finish in the night.
Severus, Renesmee, and Zednius, the 3 of you ride out to the plains on horseback.
Before
Well,
I
no, you
turn
probably
into...
walk. Never mind.
No, we're walking.
Yeah.
And
I'm
also
gonna
I
set
spider
the- I'm
before
gonna
we
set the
walk.
camp-
Wait, why are you
out.
turning into a spider? I don't understand. Why?
Trollface?
Oh, right. That's
You're
true.
invisible.
Wait. Yeah,
Oh
but
my God.
before that, I will say, if I do turn into a spider or any other animal to get out of here, or to hide, don't forget, Zednius, that you can message me to speak with me, okay?
I can't do that. Severus.
Yeah, that was me. That
Oh.
was me. You're mixing us
And
up
you don't
again.
have that.
Oh.
No, I knew that you could do it. I figured he could.
Nope, I can't.
L.
Cringe. Okay, never mind.
L. Okay, so...
Hell.
Reminder, you can turn into a frauder. I don't know if it'll be relevant, but it may, so I'm just reminding you of this.
What's a frauder?
Wait a second.
She
Have
forgot
I been
about the frog
cheating?
otter. She forgot about the frog otter.
Oh!
Why
Have I
are
been
you...
cheating?
What's cheating about it?
The target, only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Yeah.
Doesn't it imply the target has to speak a language?
Sheesh. Yeah, it does. Sheesh, man. Yeah, it has to speak a language you can speak. Have you been using it cross-cultural? I don't think you have.
What?
Well, I have been using a cross
No.
animal. But she was on my shoulder.
Yeah, that would not
I
work.
completely,
Straight up.
I
Damn.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, and they have to respond in a whisper as well, so they have to actually speak.
I missed
Yeah,
that.
sending would work though, because sending is totally mental. It's like telepathic, basically. So interesting. So yeah, the whole message thing, that strategy is now kaput. Previously, I guess the
Oh.
winds of magic were broken and allowed such a spell to work. But they are fixed
Surely
now.
soon enough I'll find Rary's telepathical bond.
Yeah, now they're fixed. So the plan is on foot, approach Fort Vars, make yourself invisible once you're a mile away, go into the fort, talk to Quaestor and ask him what? I don't need all the questions, I just want to make sure that we got a good game plan about what we're doing.
Who led the attack? And
Pretty important question, yeah.
that's my one. That's my good contribution. I don't know anything else.
Yeah, and maybe we could also find out if they like announce like a reason, something like that, like
Okay.
why they attacked, like
Okay.
a purpose. Maybe they're looking for something.
Could be. Okay, well then, you guys begin to approach on foot. Un momento, senor. Okay. You exit the camp and the woods and begin to walk in the direction of Veruzia and Fort Varus. You walk along the Yaruga River, the familiar sights of all those little like animals that the professor is not quite obsessed with, but more interested in than the average person. You see a frauder poke its head above the river. You see a four-legged crane, which is not actually four-legged, just has red stripes on it. You see all sorts of creatures in the river living their own life, their best life, as it were. Until eventually Fort Varus comes into view. The sieging force of 50 has swelled up to about 100, and interspersed between mongrel folk and these larger sort of ogre-like abominations, you can see humans. They're dressed a bit strangely. They wear pelts and furs. Some of them even look similar to those corpses you found in the initial cave with the mongrels in the very beginning. But as a general rule, all the humans seem to be a bit more heavily armed and armored. Some even look like spellcasters, as their eyes glow when they hold various holy objects or books in their hands. And one in particular stands out to you, Zednius, because he has a staff in his hand, which looks remarkably similar to the one that Hatagal consumed. But you guys all go invisible. You disappear. What is our method for staying in contact? Are we just holding each other's hands? The good old-fashioned way? The power of friendship. Okay.
Yep.
You guys hold each other's hands.
I'm in the middle.
And move forward, and I would just like you all to make stealth checks at advantage. I'm in the middle. That's fun. Anyways. Okay. You guys proceed forward, and now, as you're getting closer, all these details begin to poke out towards you, and this is what the ogre-like crow abominations look like. On their back are these great pustules.
Holy shit.
Their form is crouched over. They have multiple eyes. Their beak formats to a razor-sharp point, and they walk on two legs. They don't look like they can fly, but maybe. Maybe. And there are about 10 of these just patrolling the edge of the fort, and their beaks are covered with blood. Then there are, of course, the mongrels. And as you get closer, you can hear that the mongrels are talking. Most of them are doing their normal, like, barking, just nothing. Like, you have no fucking idea what they're saying. But one of them is speaking to a human. In fact, you guys are approaching across the grassy plains, and as you get closer, you're like 200 feet from one of these campsites where the mongrels are, and you see the man holding the staff approach, and the mongrel just talks to him in Gelen. Again, you guys don't speak Gelen, so you can't hear what they're saying, but they're talking in a human language together, which was like crazy, because it's the first time you knew mongrels could even do that. But ultimately, you walk past an initial scout. You walk past their fortifications, and you approach the fort itself. The problem is that the fort is locked down. The gates of the fort are closed. Guards are stationed on every inch of the walls. There are no sally ports, which is like a little back door, because the fort is so small that there's no reason to have one. So the only method of approach would be the main entrance, like the main gate. So how are you actually getting inside? No, it's closed. It's closed, yeah.
Wow.
In fact, we can just put ourselves in Fort Varus battle now. Not that there's to be combat.
Oh dear. Well, that's to be combat. Goodness.
No, there's not going to be combat.
I don't see any ravens.
Yeah, they're there. I just don't want to put 30,000 fucking ravens on the map. Also, they're a little bit further. They're not within
30,000?
They're not within melee range of the fort. Or sorry, they're not within 60 feet of the fort, because then they can get hit by...
I'm counting how many.
You stop in your tracks and start to count every single raven.
Yes. Take a chat.
What's the main entrance on this map?
The gate here. Oh wait, sorry. That was not clear. Did I ping it? I did ping it. Oh my god. The gate here.
Yes,
And it's closed?
Yeah. There's a siege.
Well.
That's a kind of an issue because I can't.
Any ladders lying about?
No.
Well,
Never
all
gave
of
us-
these guards are friends.
Just a regular old
Such
siege
many
ladder, you know.
ladders lying about.
But all of these guards are friendly with us, yeah?
I mean, I guess, sure.
I don't think they know us, do they?
I mean, you know one of them, maybe, potentially. You spoke to the captain of the guard a bit.
I could go inside and, like, maybe contact one of the people that we've spoken to before and let them know that our friends are outside.
How would we do that?
Because we want to speak to them.
No, how would we do that? Not why.
Oh, I would just turn into a spider.
Oh yeah, I guess you could, but like, no.
Well,
It's a
how do
bit
you
risky.
propose?
I mean, I can just fly over the gate. This is on you guys.
Ethan,
yeah.
you may want to go into push to talk.
Just
Oh, my
fly
bad.
up.
Yeah,
That's all right.
Yeah, you could just fly up and tell them who you are, and you know, like they'll know us, right?
Okay.
And maybe they'll can like let in a rope somewhere or something.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna fly over to this guy.
Okay, you lift up off the ground, leaving your compatriots behind. They are simply forced to hold each other's hands and shiver. They never know if you'll return. You fly up and over the fortifications. You land on the wall next to a non-distinct guard.
I'm gonna drop my judge's badge right at his feet.
Okay. Yeah, the guy that you land next to looks it down. He looks around. He reaches down and picks up the judge's badge. And
Hello.
you see him pocket. He jumps back and
no,
says, "Intruder!" And he starts to wildly swing his
That's my
spear
badge.
around. And
I'm a
you know, you
judge.
hear shouts from this upper wall, and soon,
I'm here to
within
help.
seconds, you know, you have people sprinting over with spears in hand, and within. After, you know, you're just talking while still invisible, and, you know, from the battlements above you, you hear a voice shouting down, "Who's there?"
Judge Zednius.
The Optio raises his hand and says, "Wait, hold your attacks. Say something that you wouldn't know."
Wait, what? How do I say something I wouldn't know?
Or no, say something that only you would know.
I mean, I just dropped my badge to this guy. I don't know what else.
The Optio points toward him and says, "Show me." And the Legionnaire removes it from his pocket and holds it up, and the Optio narrows his eyes. "Why don't you reveal yourself then?"
Because we're, me and the fellow judges, we need to get in here. And you're kind of surrounded.
"What do you want us to do? We can't open the gate."
Could you, I'm by the back entrance, could you drop a stealthy rope somewhere?
Probably. "Remus, go grab a coil of rope from the storage shed. Suppose we can head out to the main gate. Stay on guard, though. This could be some sort of illusionary trick from the besiegers. And things will move about over the next couple minutes." What are you doing while the fortress buzzes with activity?
Counting the raven things.
I'm more
To
so
get an
Med
approximate
Zed-
amount.
I'm more so Med Zednius, but yeah.
Just kind of observing. Do these guys aren't as well armed as their token indicates, right?
No. This is the militia of the island. It's very poorly organized. They don't have anything better than what do you call it? Padded armor. And they don't have very good training either. But
How does
after about,
morale scheme?
not
Should I
good.
roll insight?
You don't need to roll insight. It's not good. Once the Optio leaves, you can hear people over at this ballista are sort of mumbling to one another and saying, "I never wanted to be on this damn island in the first place." And then some of the locals who are from the island are they're wondering about their families in Verusia and things like that. Whether they're foreign or from here, they're not very happy with the state of affairs. Also, they don't have a well, so they're probably gonna they're gonna run out of water soonish rather than later-ish. But eventually, a rope will be lowered from the walls. It's in the plain sight of all the besiegers, but you know, such is life.
I'm gonna come whisper to the two people where it is. Oh, well, they see it. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a bit of a welcoming party prepared. Like, they can see the rope go taut and feel you pulling yourself up. And the Optio will put his hand on your shoulder as you climb up for Nesme and say, and which one is this? And he's sort of looking around at the air, trying to talk to. He says,
Oh, I get my badge back from this guy. He's not pocketing my badge.
Yeah, sure. You climb up for Nesme, and and the Optio sort of grunts and says, "Welcome, Lady Judge."
Thank you.
And Severus, you climb up, and once again, he says, and which one is this?
What?
That's Severus.
Welcome,
We only
Lord
brought
Judge.
3.
And once the
including
three of you
myself.
are on the battlements, the soldiers will back up and make room for each of you to stand on the walls.
We don't need to stay invisible, right? At this point, guys? Us, you two? I don't think so.
Well,
right?
how are we gonna get out again?
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, I can get out in animal form. However,
Where are the other judges?
it's just us 3. It's
They
the
felt
only
as
3
a
that we can
stealth
manage
mission,
invisible.
yeah.
Mhm.
It would be better if fewer of us came for this stealth mission.
I assume
past
you've
the
come
lines.
here to speak with the Quaestor.
Yes.
With
Yeah.
anyone who would be able to tell us what is going on here and what happened while we were gone.
I'll let him tell you. And he will take the 3 of you through the fort. There are only 4 people other than what you saw inside the fort, the Quaestor and his family. Just a reminder, you met this Quaestor before, not your first time meeting him. He is a miserable, he's maybe an alcoholic, maybe not. I think we're sort of on the fence about that one. But he fucking hates this island and everyone on it because he doesn't want to be here. And I think I have a token for him, potentially. Oh, here we go. Quaestor Publius, what's his full name? We always got to drop the full Mithdosian names. Quaestor Publius Remus, Publius Remus Mamercus, that's his name. The 3 of you are led to his office, which is inside the southwestern turret of the fortress. And along the way, you encounter his wife, who is tending to what seems to be a wounded soldier. She's placing bandages over a little scrape that he suffered while training. The daughter and the son are preparing meals, and the Quaestor himself is sitting at a desk feverishly writing correspondence. You see there's 6 different letters already signed and sealed, probably just waiting for a messenger who thinks he can escape the besieging force. And the Quaestor will glance up as you enter. Well, I guess he glances up at an invisible doorway. He glances up at his soldier, his lead soldier, the Optio, opens up the door and he glances up, and then the 3 of you step inside, and he hears footsteps and he says, "What is happening?" And the Optio speaks up, "They're invisible, Quaestor." The Quaestor stands up and says,
Hello.
"Welcome, lords and lady judges. It's good that you're here. Will be critical
Yes, we
in
don't have
manning
much
the
time.
defense."
We don't have much time. What can you tell us about what happened here?
Well, yesterday, around the morning, there was a increased number of crows around the city. It was odd, but nothing to be too concerned about. Then in the marketplace, there was an incident. A woman at the bar, the way the common folk put it, she transformed before their eyes, similar to the thing that you told me about in Red Ninium, and then she began to attack patrons within the bar. The militia moved to respond. 2 men died. And then, on the horizon through the fog, we saw those shapes, and the Optio here ordered a full retreat to the fort. He didn't think we could hold the whole city, and he may have been right. So, here we are. They destroyed all
Does
the
it
ships.
seem like they want anything, or?
They haven't made any demands of us yet. The humans down there just arrived last night. The fact that they've cut off our communication with the outside world concerns me deeply, and despite my asking around, we have no way to contact the mainland. No messenger pigeons, no spellcaster capable of teleporting or sending a message. I think the first time that anyone at the Vice Admiral's command will suspect something is off is in 2 weeks when our supply ship comes here and is boarded by these raven folk. They're going to help relieve the siege, right?
Well, what are the enemy's numbers?
I think our current count is 143.
What seems to be their capabilities? Are they much stronger than an average person?
I believe that they're, I believe that the mongrels that you, I believe the mongrels amongst them, the things of beasts and men, those seem quite powerful. As for the men, the cultists, they just arrived here last night. I have no measure of their abilities yet.
How many of the beasts are there?
Well, there are around 10 of the squat but powerful ones, and then 40 of the more typical mongrels. Have you encountered any of these things before?
Yes.
The mongrels, yes, but those raven
Not
beasts,
the big ones, no.
not at all. Have you seen
Not
them
the
do
humans
anything?
with the scepters either.
That's true.
So far, they'd only attacked the city. There were some in the town who foolishly put up resistance, good Mithdosian citizens. But, they are dead now. Carried off. We haven't seen them since.
Are there any other allies you have on this island?
No. I'm sure the other tribes in this island are congratulating their allies on the destruction of our settlement already. None of the tribes can be trusted in this endeavor.
Most unfortunate.
Did you get my messenger?
We did.
We did.
That's why we came rushing.
That's good. Perhaps
Well, we
Lord
must
of
think
Ventadorus
of a
could
way.
raise a militia, but a militia of slaves, I'm not sure how much use they'll be against the forces arrayed here. The Raven Woman is also gone. She left after the initial attack.
Any
Where
clue as
to?
where?
Northwest.
Did she match the description of what we told you?
Close enough.
Do you have any idea as to what they want here? Are they looking for something or just trying to gain control of the land?
My guess is they wish to drive us out. Why else would they destroy every ship in the harbor? They don't want to be the rulers of this island. They want to be its sole ruler. They don't want it to be connected to the outside world. They want to prevent us from calling reinforcements or even traders from coming to this settlement. The crew of the Tempest was taken away. The crew of every ship in the harbor was taken away.
Are those the only ships that you have? There
Well,
are
of
no
course.
backups, no...
Where would they be stored? There's only one harbor on the whole island.
Does the enemy seem to operate in any kind of command structure that you're aware of?
The mongrel barking dogs communicate with one another as far as I can tell. Other than the woman, I haven't seen anything that shows a central commander or anyone actively giving them orders. Even the ravens, they've attacked my men who have attempted to go down to the river to bring water back to the fort. It seems as if every beast on the island was under their control now.
Quite possibly so, I'm afraid.
They won't let your men get water.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Luckily, we have plenty of food, but water is going to be a serious problem as the days drag on. There's been some work in the basement cellar trying to maybe dig a channel to the river, but based on a couple days of progress, 2 days so far, we can do the math. It'll take months to get that tunnel dug, and that's assuming no cave-ins. If something major doesn't change in 2-3 days, well, men will start dying.
How far is the river from here, GM?
Like 400 feet. It's not that far at all.
Wow.
You can literally see, I mean, one, you can see it, and two, you can like see when in high tide, it's maybe even less than that, like 100 feet. But there are also trees like every 5 feet, and every single one of them has a raven nested on every available branch. You're talking dozens of swarms just in that one direction.
Yeah. I have a spell where I can create 10 gallons of water or start like a rainfall over an area. How much would 10 gallons of water even do for them?
10
Not
gallons
much.
would probably be gone in like a day, maybe less, but
Yeah.
a rainfall, that's huge. Because they could like set out
Alternatively-
pots and bathtubs and all this stuff to collect as much water as possible.
Oh, I think the water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range. I think
Oh, so it's
the
still 10
water
Oh, it's still
gallons.
10 gallons.
yeah,
Okay.
referring to the 10 gallons.
Yeah, 10
It's
gallons
more
is
used
shit.
to extinguish flames.
Ah,
That's
I
fine.
see. Okay. They need like a full-on rainstorm.
Yeah.
Was that
Maybe-
was
That
that you
was my
stretching or a
chair.
cat? Oh, it was your chair. Okay.
I thought it was the
That was me
cat.
leaning back on my
Yeah.
old ass fucking chair.
Damn, your
Mooning.
chair is a cat now. Interesting. Funny how that works out. Okay, so there's the water situation. There's the there's no cultist leadership here situation. There's the they kidnapped like almost 100 plus people situation.
Can't even assassinate the leader if there's no leader.
True. Oh, I just saw the frauder. That's very cute.
Yes, you may add him as a token now.
Though that's not quite what it looks like. It's more grotesque.
Well,
than
it's an
that.
AI.
I know. I'm just saying.
generated.
What I got in my head is a very particular image. It's like a horned frog. Do you know what a horned frog looks like?
I will learn. in a
Oh wait,
moment.
maybe it's not called a horned frog.
frog.
Oh, no, it is called a horned frog. Yeah. It's like a horned
Oh,
frog
yeah.
plus a otter, but the face is just a horned frog. So it's like more
Okay.
grotesque than that. That looks cute, but
1 second.
Except
let me
for the
try
hands,
and
they're terrifying.
recreate.
yeah, that. But
They look like
gross.
tree roots.
I know, dude. I love them. They're so cute.
Horned frog head on otter body.
Okay.
We'll see.
Very
Continue,
important things
continue.
happening.
Yep, this is critical.
You know,
You know.
any way we can have the men flee is what I'm trying to think about. Thanks. What about? Is there any way we can get a message? Like, you say you don't have a messenger. To get a
I
messenger.
sent
out,
my
right?
one messenger to you. I could technically send other men, but where would they go?
That's the question. Did you have any way we could anyone we could get something off of the island without them
He shakes
controlling?
his head. I had 3 ways to contact the mainland. First, put a message through the supply ship. Second, there was a smaller catamaran, a private business owner who would go back and forth between the islands, largely bringing more boutique goods, but sometimes he'd bring letters as well. And up until a couple of months ago, I had a wizard, but lacking those 3 things, I can't think of a way to communicate to the mainland. As far as
What
I
happened to the wizard?
he retired.
Is he still? I assume he's not on Ghana Island anymore, is he now?
No, certainly not. He took his retirement in Regina.
Any other magic casters that you're aware of here on this island that could
No,
potentially be
no
helpful?
good Mithdosian ones. I'm sure there's all sorts of pagan creatures, worshippers throughout the island. Even in that besieging force, I thought I saw at least one spellcaster.
Yes. That's possible.
As far as I know, every ocean-going ship in the entirety of Gela Isle was just destroyed.
Well, sounds like we're quite fucked here. Would
I
you
would agree.
prefer to escape with your
Where
life?
would we go?
Off this wretched island, or I guess
How?
more likely that we would just kill them all. It's
Do
just
you
so
want to
many.
attempt a breakout? You think we can fight them? They outnumber us 4-1.
They do, which
And they probably
Would
outpower us
require-
as well with those brutes.
yes, it would require careful planning. What supplies do you have on hand, or do you have any spellcasters among you in here?
No,
at all?
No, not at all. How is it? How are you in medical supplies?
Enough that if there are any major injuries, we could save the lives of every man here. Professor Pushton bought a fair amount while he was staying here.
Any poisons, maybe?
No,
Eccentric question, but gotta cover every angle.
nothing meant to be poison anyways. We have some food that can make a horrible slop.
Oil? Huh?
Yes, we have those things. We have 4 ballistas, we have food for the men. We were going to get a cannon in a couple of months, but obviously it's not here yet. We have gunpowder for it. We have the cannonball, but obviously no cannon, so it's not very useful. We have backup spears, a couple of bows, a couple of 1,000 arrows. All we're lacking is water. If we had that, I'm certain
A couple of
we could hold
1,000
this.
arrows.
Of course.
I'm in dire need of arrows.
Well then, once we're done here, I'm sure the Optio Constantine can get you some.
That would be most appreciated. Trying to think.
Out of character, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. I guess we just have to find a way to nuke them.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Is there a way we can build a bomb? Or like rain acid or something?
Your goal is to try to just defeat the besieging forces?
And break the Geneva conventions while we're at it.
Luckily, it's not signed yet, so I think you're good on that front.
What if we, instead of trying to
Do a little
break
war
the besieging
crimes.
forces, we tried to kill the one Raven woman?
That's what I was thinking initially, but we don't quite know where she is, and if we just go chasing northwest without exactly knowing where she exactly is, like, we have those, like, we know about that temple in the mountains, but that would be like, we're going all in on that. If we don't get to that temple in the mountains, and even if we do get there, if we don't get there in time, we're fucked. And if we do get there and it's not the right thing, we're fucked. Like, it's a huge gamble.
Yeah.
Well, they got about
And
32
Lazarus,
guardsmen.
We're absolutely drained on like spell slots.
If you can
like-
fix the water
I
problem,
want
this
to
one
know
can
this
hold
spell.
out.
Also, Lazarus on his last leg.
What did you say, Hakon?
I was saying if you could fix the water problem, these guys can probably hold out for a while. I mean, just the arrows alone, if any attack is launched, they can just pepper them with arrows and
Yeah, but
ballista.
how are we gonna fix a water problem?
I don't know.
Well,
I
we
can
could.
fix
Here's
the
what
water problem.
we could long rest. We could get Maximus. We could try to get the rest of them in here, and then we could just long rest.
Well, you'd die. You
Renesmee
would
could
literally
get
die
the
of
water.
dehydration.
Well, Renesmee would get the water,
She
so she
can't.
wouldn't get the long rest.
Wait,
How would
do you have
you-
any spell slots left,
Can
Peach?
with shape. Yes, I can with shape water. It would just be.
Well, you can't be within 5. You're not within 30 feet of the water line.
Wait,
So.
you mean
I know.
shape
I would
water?
have to grab it.
Create or
and
destroy
then-
water?
Well, yeah. So you'd be encountering the same problem that Fort did when they were trying to get water, which is you have to fight your way through both the besieging army, which is like annoying, and then also you have to fight swarms of ravens, dozens of them, just to get
Yes.
a single
I meant
jug
that
of
she
water.
would
Well, we're
cast the
relatively
rain
close to
cloud.
the river, can't I?
The rain
take
cloud
that
is
if I-
unfortunately only 10 gallons of water, which is nothing
Wait,
for.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
I
but
have
she
an
could
idea.
cast that. Okay.
Okay, she has an idea.
What if I turn into a badger and I just burrow super deep?
Yeah.
Since we're close to the river, wouldn't I eventually hit some?
Eventually, but making a
Yummy water.
100-foot long staple tunnel as a badger that takes a long ass time. 100
Especially
feet
at the
is like
size where a human could reach it.
yeah.
Could
You're
I
basically
create a
trying to-
secret tunnel?
You could, but it would
Secret
take days,
tunnel.
maybe weeks, to dig like a 100-foot stable tunnel.
What about? Okay, here's the idea. How many spell slots do you have left, Peach?
Oh shit.
I have a fuck ton. However, it would be nice if I could do control water. I could
No.
control any freestanding water, blah, 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 but that's a 4th level spell.
No, but like, how many do you actually have left?
I have 2 3rd level spells left, 0 2nd level spells, and 3 1st level spells.
Wait,
and
that's
then
huge.
cantrips.
That means we could. I think that could probably create enough water for a week, right?
Each person needs a gallon of water a day. There are 41 defenders
Yes.
plus
And
the
she
6 of you. So
She
that's
has
47
9
people.
total spells, like 9 total levels of spells, and per level of spell she creates 10 gallons
That's
of
3
water.
days.
That's
That's
3
90
days.
gallons of water.
Yeah, 3 days.
And I assume they
Wait.
still have some supplies.
No, they don't. Water, they have like a day left. Barely any. 2-3 days maximum before they start dying of dehydration. If you really want to ration it out, that could maybe last you 4 days, probably.
Hmm.
What if Zednius does invisible supply runs while flying?
I don't
How
know
is
that
he
I can
going to
carry
invisibly
that
carry
much.
gallons of water?
If he can invisible me, I could probably shape water.
But then they'll see the water moving.
They would see the water moving, yes.
But here's the wait. But what if? Wait, no, this doesn't work. Fuck. I was gonna say, what if you put the boots on Peach? She turns into like something that can carry a fuck ton. You strap a bathtub to her. Dump her.
Oh, if I can wear your boots, then I can be invisible, grab water, go, fly up, and then fly up.
Yeah, but the
thing.
the thing is,
They'd see a
anyone
flying
could do
bathtub.
that. Yeah,
No, I would just use my
Except-
shape water.
Then they'd see flying
You'll
water.
just need water.
Yeah, they would.
what are you gonna do against
Oh, well.
flying? Oh well, ravens.
Try and
Flying
get
ravens,
ravens.
yeah,
Yeah.
flying
Thousands of
ravens.
ravens.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could also try to break them out of the fort, like just escape into the night and go somewhere else. I don't know where that somewhere else would be, but that is a valid strat.
You could also literally abandon them, but that's
True,
that's
and just
cool.
go northwest and say, fuck it,
No.
just hold on as long as possible. We'll go deal with this. Go join the
I'm-
Mackay and be like, hey, we're just going to be with you guys for a week.
Those guys have boats.
The Quaestor doesn't seem to think so. He says that the only ocean-going vessels on the island have been destroyed.
Yeah, but I don't know that I want to tell him that the Mackay probably have boats.
Well, if they do, isn't that kind of
Okay.
critical? Because that could be really useful for you guys to get contact.
Oh.
with.
Okay, what if Redis may ask the demon for help?
Ooh, poggers! I like that idea.
Well, of course you do. That's the intended one.
No.
Is it? Is that the intended one?
Well, you're not bringing it up
Clearly.
in character, so I'm
Oh,
ignoring you.
I guess it is the intended one.
Only Zed, Hegal, and the professor know
Mhm.
about this.
Well, she said something about demons out loud, but Severus has no
Oh,
idea what
did
the fuck
she?
that was all about.
Probably.
'Cause
I think
she
was
didn't
just
say,
calling
like-
it- I think she's just mad at Hetigal.
Yeah, like that was probably
Mhm.
just like, who the fuck knows what that was about?
Yeah.
Just girly things.
How much can Hegal carry? He could make
Just
supply
girly thing.
runs.
He can carry like 10 pounds. But in terms of water, I don't know if he can hold any, right? I mean, I guess he could warp his form to be shaped like a cup and then have
Yeah, I
some
was gonna
stubby
say,
legs
can you
carry
become
up.
become a
up like a-
living bottle?
Bucket?
Yeah, he could become a. Yeah, he
Yeah,
could
he's
probably
carrying
carry
a
up like
bucket.
1 gallon at a time. And it would actually be invisible too, because he like it'd be within his form. Yeah, I mean, he could bring over
Funny.
a gallon of water at a time.
Yeah, but it will probably take like half an hour per supply run. That's like nothing.
Yeah, 1 gallon per 30 minutes.
Wait,
working
does
in
ever
this-
have to sleep?
I don't think so.
I don't. Sorry, I do know. I just don't think Zenius like is particular. Whenever Zenius has called for him, Hetigal has been alert and ready to tackle things.
Because if he doesn't, we could have him 24/7 run. Let's say takes an hour per supply run. That's 24 gallons a
Do you
day.
think he's going to agree to that?
Yeah, I'm sure Hetigal will be reasonable and absolutely understand the necessity of feeding all these people that he doesn't care about.
An
you
excellent
could say
point.
you could tell him that he gets the tasty magic stuff outside if he does it.
Hetigal's not a dog. He's a smart person. He knows what the
He's-
fuck.
I mean,
oh, who wants a
I don't
magical
know about-
staff?
I
That
don't
who
know
have to
the
save
smart
these
parts.
people is...
He's kind of a dog. You got the dog in him.
So wait, these guys aren't on the ocean, right? Like, how would the boats even help them if they think the Mackay have boats?
The reason the boats would help is because right now, if you guys can get in contact with the mainland, it's literally like a day ride, maybe 2 days ride on boat away. So you can contact the mainland and say, hey, send us a really powerful spellcaster and a contingent of marines, and then this whole problem is solved. Because the spellcaster can
Should
teleport
we-
over, and then
How far away is
How do we
this?
get the Mackay to help us?
Ed, how far away is it? How far away is it if you were to swim
let's check.
straight?
That's
My voice
really
may
long
go
time.
very robotic.
The-
I can swim.
That's why I was
The-
wondering. Maybe
well-
can Renesmee turn into a fish or something?
Yeah, I can turn into.
All right,
But
we're
I
doing
don't
some
think you could hold the
research.
form long enough.
How big is the Calais Gap? Because I know someone has swam that before, and I think it's like 12 miles or something. Calais to Dover. What's the gap on that? Distance.
It's
That
not,
is-
It's not incredible.
Fuck
Oh,
is Calais
that's
or Dover?
84 kilometers. That's pretty big.
Oh,
84
That is
kilometers
Jesus.
to
That's
miles,
massive.
and someone
That's
swam
like
that.
60 miles.
52 miles. God damn. And some, I'm
I
pretty
can
sure.
turn into an octopus.
That's probably not the best swimmer. An
Reef
reef
shark's
shark
probably
could do
pretty
it.
fast.
Okay, wait, let's do some math here. So I figured out the distance. It is 24 miles. Now, to be clear, you'd be in the middle of fucking nowhere. You'd be on a random coastline on Praton, but you'd be on Praton. It's 24 miles. A reef shark, let's see. Reef shark, are these things in real life? They are reef things in real life. Okay. Caribbean reef shark. How quickly can a Caribbean reef shark swim? Speed. It doesn't have that stat. How can it not have that stat?
Speed swim is 40 feet.
Yeah,
Let me see off the
unlikely that it doesn't have that stat.
Well, no, it doesn't on the like the 5e stat block thing. I'm just looking for like real Caribbean reef sharks.
I'm looking for the
I
stat
see.
block. One sec.
Okay, let's say 40 feet
Okay,
per 6
dolphins
seconds.
are really fast.
Yeah, dolphins.
60
Okay, yeah,
feet.
dolphins swim speed IRL miles
In
per hour.
D&D.
No, I
I'm
need
going through
IRL.
D&D.
I know you.
Why do you need IRL?
Because
Oh,
I'm trying to
yeah,
figure out if this
right?
is a thing that's possible in the 3 hours you can be an animal. Okay,
Is it
so it's
3?
24 miles. You have
Or
3
4?
hours to swim.
That
It's
seems
24 miles.
unlikely.
If you became a dolphin, you could probably do it. I'm looking up what
Okay.
Or
dolphins can
what's
do.
just look up what's the fastest be a sailfish?
Well, she's never seen a sailfish, though. But she's seen a dolphin, I know that, because you can turn into one. They can swim 8 to 10
Isn't
miles
like
an
a
hour.
marlin incredibly fast?
A marlin.
She's seen. I think she's seen.
Are
a
they
marlin.
that fast?
I think they're really fast.
They
Yeah.
are very
Holy
fast, yes.
shit, they're fast, but I don't think she would have seen this, right?
I don't
There's
know.
just a bunch of random fish in the middle of the ocean. I
If
don't know
we
why she
think
would
a
have seen these
dolphin
things.
can make it, then that's probably enough, right?
A dolphin can make it, yes. There'd be some threats. The Hammer's Fall, which is this body of water, is not safe for ships. But she could probably make it. Then she'd be on Praton. Then she could walk to like Red Dinium or some other place and be
And
like,
she'd
yo!
see more fish on the way, and then be a faster one on the way back.
True.
True.
Also, maybe she can she can wild shape more than once a day, right?
Yeah, I
Can
can
you?
Roger
Twice.
place.
Ooh!
Yeah. So that's 6 hours of possible
So that
time
just
if
means
she
these guys
uses
need
it
to
at the
hold
last
out
possible
for
moment.
a couple of days while Peach does a big swim maneuver.
Well, how do we get these guys water in
And
the meantime?
couldn't Hagal sustain the like camp with that much water for a couple days?
Yes, if he was willing to do the like schlepping.
Listen,
24/7,
I
yeah.
can
I thought that,
create.
if it's only for a couple of days, Renesmee can probably create enough waters for like just a
Yeah.
few days.
If she uses
I
all
can
of her
create
spells,
enough
she can
water
give them
for
enough
you.
for 2 days. Yeah. Oh,
And
man.
then-
I think it's worth it, considering that there's a huge battle ahead. Or should you?
So we're talking
Figure
about
out your
burning
own
every
water
single
stuff.
one of
I mean, I
Renesmee's
think it's
spell
worth
slots.
it for you to go to the mainland, but
And-
I don't know that.
That's so risky though.
all of her spell slots
If
and
she gets
all of
like
her wild
attacked
shapes.
by something on the way
Yeah,
that's faster than her, she's fucked.
true. She would literally just die if a sea monster goes after her.
I would turn into an octopus and ink cloud, baby.
And then it would kill you. The sea
I
monsters,
have,
the
like,
Hammer's
decent
Fall are
HP.
pretty grim.
Could I?
Oh yeah, sea monster. Okay,
go-
sea monster.
yeah.
You would probably
What
just
if
like instantly
I-
die.
Here's a. I don't know if this is smart, but if I went with her and something was chasing us,
How would
I
you go
could
with
teleport us. I would, because if something faster than her is chasing her, I could teleport us like 600
her? I don't
feet.
disagree with
would
that.
you
But
go
how
with
would
her?
you go with her?
What?
How would you go
Well,
with her?
if she's like a dolphin, can you ride a dolphin's back?
Will you be underwater?
No, she's on the
I could
surface.
swim under.
Then that's
and
gonna
go
slow her
with
down
her
a lot.
breath.
But
What? No, dolphins need to surface regularly anyways. 'cause
yeah,
they're
they need to
dolphins.
surface regularly. But if you're flying on if you're swimming directly on the surface, your water, there's a fucking thing for this. Your friction is increased when you're on surface level when compared
Oh,
to if
yeah,
you're above
yeah,
it or
right,
fully
right.
underneath it. That's why
Yeah,
hydrofoils exist. But
Alright,
anyways,
I think that I must go. I must
Oh,
go to
shit.
the mainland,
So you're
and I
giving
must
us
alert them.
so
3
we're
days of
doing
water?
this?
I
My
don't know if
last
it's
word.
you creating
My last
water.
messages. Save
It's
them
worth
all.
at least to create like 2 days worth of water, I would think.
That is all of her
Okay.
spell slots.
Oh, 2? Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I
while
would
me
need
and
to
Severus
entrust
are
the
still
water
invisible,
to
can we
have
get
all.
water?
Probably
well, the
not
water.
much.
Yeah, I mean, you
Water
can
and
fill
fuel.
up like a bucket of water, yeah, at a time. But
If I'm
buckets
carrying
are-
a bucket, the bucket goes invisible with me, right? Because I'm
yes, yeah. So you
Right,
can do that,
so-
but individual buckets
so
at a
if I-
time is not a lot. You need like bathtubs full.
I will.
Yes.
I will hold Severus's face, and I will
Oh my.
put my I will put one hand on Severus's cheek and
Oh
one
my.
hand on Zednius' shoulder, be like, boys, you must figure out the water crisis here. I need to leave and get help from the mainland as soon as possible. I will
Holy
see you
shit.
again soon.
She
Isn't
just
that
hit
like
you
when
with the
Gandalf
boys.
leaves to bring the Riders of Rohan?
Yeah, true. You must hold helms deep. And then, you know, we cut away to Maximus and
Yeah.
Lars just chilling.
If I should not return,
Sleep.
I will look at Severus. You may take Nami. Only you.
How many?
And then
How much
I
does a
will-
gallon?
Oh,
of water
I'm
weigh?
definitely taking that horse if she doesn't come back.
No! You
There's no
have your
shot.
Mickey. Come on.
Yeah, and then I'll have a Nami. Should be better.
Can I ask the duder that we were speaking to, the coitus?
What?
Quaestor.
The Quaestor? Coitus is something else entirely.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Jesus.
What
Why
is
that
a,
so similar? Can I ask him to lower the rope and tell him I'm going to Wild Shape? I'm going to attempt to swim across the river. I am still invisible now, but I will need to be let down with a rope.
Not the river, it's like the channel. It's like
Yeah, the channel, whatever.
If you leave from Fort Varus instead of the southeastern corner of Gela Island, it's going to add 10 miles to your journey.
Well, I'll leave from whatever part is best.
Okay, that means
I'll be
you,
invisible walking down
sure.
the stream.
Well, basically, you're at. Actually, let's bring us to the map, just so there's no confusion. You're at Fort Varus right now, which is here, basically the midpoint of the island. When I said 24 miles, it's from the southeasternmost point of the island. Right now, you're like at the halfway point, so you'd be swimming instead of 24, it'd be 34 miles, and that is like. That's probably, there's a pretty high chance that you would run out of wild shape. Or, I guess, no, you have 6 hours of it. Never mind, you're fine. I forget that you have 2 wild
walks to
shapes.
the coast.
That's what I'm asking, because if she's walking for 10 miles, she's losing her invisibility. That's why I asked.
You know.
Okay, well then it sounds like we're just going to head down towards this river, the Yaruga, and then Peach is going to go off on her merry
How
way.
deep is this river?
The Yaruga is very deep. It could fit ships.
Good. Good.
Okay, well then, the Quaestor nods, and but before he lowers the rope, he says, "And what about you two judges? Are you staying here?"
We're going to have to help with
We're
getting
gonna.
as much water in here as possible.
And what of the other judges who were unable to get here?
We can probably. I'll look at Zednis.
Well, Hegel's still
You-
with them. So
you
I
might
can
be
send
able
them a
to
message.
get. Yeah, and you might be able to get them in one at a time if necessary.
Oh, Hedegal's back at the camp?
You didn't give them with me, so I assume so.
Oh, okay, sure, that works.
Maybe we could. Maybe we should bring Lars here.
Probably Maximus,
really needs
considering
some-
he's like
he really
fought
needs
in
some
actual
rest.
sieges before.
Yes, but Lars needs the medical
True.
attention.
True. Okay, well then, there are 3 little scenes that
Well,
we
I could
gotta...
bring. I could if I leave and then invis. But we. Okay, I'm just worried. We can't get everyone because the there's too many people.
Well, if you ferry
So
them
we
over
can't
one
get-
at a time, you probably could. But that's like burning days of worth of spell slots.
Well,
Yeah.
well, if he's still invisible, he goes back to them. Then he can make 3 people invisible. That's Maximus, Lars, him.
The problem with that
But
point
I
is the
stay here.
stealthiness. Eventually, if you bring all 3 of them, one of them is going to fuck up. Like Maximus
Plus, all the
is-
horses are not.
True, I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
6
true,
horses.
yeah, the
is worth
horses
of
would be
stealth
fucked.
checks. Yeah.
What's a horse's carrying capacity?
It's a lot. It's like 500 pounds or something.
Can you
500 pounds. Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
can you hydrate on human blood?
No.
So a
not
horse
really
can
for
carry
normal people.
62 gallons of water.
Yeah, something like that.
What's the weather actually looking like? Maybe it's raining,
It's
Coca.
very foggy right now, and it was raining for most of the time you were in Gala Isle, but I think it was like 4 or 5 days ago the rainstorms let up, and it's just been foggy since it with little
If
rain.
I get my horse and I put 62 gallons of water on him, and then I dimension Doris back into here, because I can take one creature with me.
400 feet is not as far as you think it is. That's the problem. Like
It
they
isn't?
could. No, 400 feet
It's
is where
500
the
feet.
500 feet is where the siege lines are set up, so you'd still have to like
Oh,
get past them.
okay.
Either that, or you go like out
All right,
towards
invis
them,
the horse.
Or you invis the horse. Yeah.
which is
Now
gonna
we
be
get close
loud.
enough.
It'd just be a stealth check thing at that point.
Well, that wouldn't work either because I can't
Also,
I can't get the horse in still.
how is a
unless they
horse
open
gonna
the gate.
react to being invisible?
Probably. I don't know if you'd even know,
Probably
right?
very
How would you
poorly.
know that you're invisible? Oh, I guess look down at yourself and then you're not there. That'd be freaky.
Like, I mean,
Oh,
Well, I mean,
horses
no,
don't
but
have
the
object
blind
permanence, do
sight-
they?
I don't
What
think
does that
horses
mean?
Right?
mostly. I don't think horses rely on sight mostly.
That's true.
anyways.
Yeah, I don't know if
As long
invisibility
as
would
they
freak
can
them out,
smell
but
themselves.
being dimension doored into the air
Wait,
would
do they
probably make them
not?
lose their shit.
I thought they do. That's why blinders are a thing, right?
Oh, that's true.
I suppose.
Okay, well then, we're
So
gonna
many
do...
things to consider.
Yeah, we're gonna cut to a scene. Renesmee. The rope is lowered. You climb down. You are invisible, and you approach the edge of the river. You stretch. You've been an animal plenty of times, but the longest you've ever been an animal in recent memory. Well, when would that be, Renesmee? Most of the time, you almost always cancel your animal forms early. When's the last time you just let yourself be an animal for a long period of time?
One of our early sessions, I turned into a cat in a fort, and then I fell asleep as a cat.
Oh yeah, I remember that at Fort. I think it was Fort
Yeah.
Romulus. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
well then, yeah, you think back on that moment because it's a different thing entirely. It's one thing to be like, I am a temporarily an animal. I will live as this animal for a brief time, and then I'll go back to being me. It's a whole other thing to say. For the most of the rest of this day, until well into the early hours of tomorrow morning, I'm going to be this animal. And so you go to the edge of the water.
There's a huge difference between a cuddly little cat and being submerged in the cold water.
Yeah, and
Though
breathing
I'm sure the
through
blubber on
gills.
a dolphin will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stretch a bit.
She's not
you,
breathing through gills.
What do dolphins? Don't they have ram ventilation? How do dolphins? Oh, they have
What?
blowholes.
No, they
yeah,
have blowholes
Yeah.
like every other.
Yeah, I was
mammal.
thinking
Mammal.
sharks have ram ventilation. Anyways, Peach, you think back on the last time you were down here at this little shoal next to the water. You were with the professor. He was up to his knees in water, sketching local frogs and stuff. You step through the marsh and frogs scatter in your travel, and then you let your form convert. You know, your snout elongates into those little, like, the long lips of a dolphin. Your mouth, like, changes location, morphing to where your neck is forming into a round-shaped blowhole. Your legs merge together and then separate at the bottom, forming a finned tail. And slowly, each one of these transformations, rather than doing it all in 6 seconds, you let it be more gradual. So it would be weird to look at, but it's more like an Animorphs cover instead of like a horrific transformation of broken bones and tearing flesh. And once you are a dolphin, you swim around a bit in the river side to side, and then, following the coast, you disappear into the inky blackness of the ocean, swimming eastward.
Indeed.
All right.
07. Wish me luck, boys.
07 indeed. Severus and Zednius, you are now alone at the fort. How are you going to contact your other colleagues and update them on the situation? And what is the situation?
I'm gonna speak through Het Hagal,
Okay.
but I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Well then, we'll cut back to the true main characters, the common campfire sitters, Lars,
Base.
Maximus, and the professor. Lars is cuddling with Gore. It is his main hobby. He needs nothing else. Maximus, what are you doing?
I'll talk to the professor some.
Yeah, what do you talk to him about? He knows a bit about military history. Nothing more than you do as a recreational
okay.
engager, but he can, talk about the things that you do and be like, oh yeah, it was a crazy campaign. He can talk to you about linguistics, and mythology, which are his expertise.
Yeah, linguistics sounds kind of cool. I'll ask him about the Gellan language and how that came around and
Yeah.
just funky things about it.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about the nuances between Common and Elvish. And as you guys are in the middle of this conversation, Hagal starts sort of like makes a little hissing noise. But you didn't even know he was here, by the way. It's not like he announced, I am remaining here. Just dead silence, and there's a hissing noise, and then we'll wait for Yogi to make his message. Pause, champ.
They're out of water.
Hagal croaks it
Renesmee
out.
has swam to the mainland to get help. All the boats have been destroyed.
The message is passed along in Hagal's own voice. Brooding. The professor looks at you, Maximus.
generally water is needed to withstand a siege.
That does seem bad.
Predicament.
Did he say Renesmee swam to the mainland?
I think so, yes.
You don't think they're
That's
at the
good.
continent, do you?
That's what they mean.
Fair enough. That's hundreds of miles. Whatever, I'm sure that she'll figure it out.
What?
I think something like that, right?
It's like a few dozen.
And what are we to do if the fort's under siege?
Can we get water to them at all?
He looks at you. I'm not an engineer. We're
fair
well
enough.
beyond my expertise here. Lars, have you ever fought in a siege before?
Thinking back, Alex, can I think of any instances where something like this occurred?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The Legion's primary tactics are relating to siege warfare and infrastructure building. So yeah, they sieged all sorts of shit, and they were besieged many times. The problem is that the Legion had access to immense manpower pools. They could do crazy feats of like public infrastructure in the span of days, like circumventilate entire cities. They could build massive ditches. They could flood plains around their fortresses. This was all very well thought out, and there's an entire engineer corps employed by the Legions. You don't even have like any engineers, much less like a hydrologist to
Don't
figure
have
out.
anyone?
Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, there's no engineers in the island, so you just
When
have to
the-
use. Yeah.
I was gonna say when the professor asked me, I'll just say, no, I didn't have really any military experience before becoming a judge.
Let me see. Any agricultural experience? Maybe it's similar to making a irrigation pond.
I'll just shake his head no.
It's not. I've seen it done before, although that was with many, many more men than what we have access to.
So then, we're on the outside, they're on the inside, and Renesmee's God knows where. It's not a good spot to be in.
No, it's really not. I mean, but they're the magic ones. I'm sure they'll figure something out. But is the gremlin still here?
He looks around. The professor looks around and says, Het Tegel, where are you? Where have you gone?
At Nagal.
Hagal. Oh, Hagal then. Het Hagal. There's no response. And he
Guess
just
not.
looks
Or-
at you and shrugs.
Or he's just being an asshole right now. Could be either.
Well
As per
then,
usual.
does that mean
Sorry.
that... does that mean that we wait until they contact us further? I'm not sure the protocol in these sorts of situations.
That's generally what happens. Me and Lars tend to get left out here quite often.
Well then, if it's just the three of us, there's no point in saving any more of my medicine kit. Might as well use what's left of it on you, Lars.
Go for it.
If you don't mind, Lord Judge.
Appreciated.
Alright.
And he will give you one. It's a D6, right? Healer's kit, 5e, healer feet.
You've been
5e.
rolling his higher.
Oh, have I? That was a mistake.
Yeah. You've been
Just
rolling
a
his.
cheeky,
I'm pretty
cheeky.
sure
Oh, it's
D8
D6 plus
something.
4. Whoops. Whoopsie dupsie. You get 8 HP. I may have been rolling a D8, but that was a mistake. Yeah, he patches up some of your wounds. His healer's kit is gone. There is no charges left.
I think you were rolling at something crazy like D8 plus 6 or something like that, because it was a larger amount than I was used to.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, I think I was doing his medicine modifier. That's why. But that's not. It's just a
okay.
plus 4 fixed. Okay, well then, I guess as we as we end, we have the party spread across dozens of miles. We have the camp boys, we have the irrigation boys, and then we have the dolphin lady. So next time, it's a bit early to end our session, but now we got 2 big problems to solve, which is one.
Wait.
Yeah.
Real quick. The healer feat.
Yes.
As an action, you can spend 1 use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to it, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That did not exist, everything that I've looked up before.
Oh,
Sure.
healer feat 5e.
It says so in the player's handbook, which I just checked on 5e tools.
It does say
I'm
that.
pretty sure I got healer from Harkon's feet page, which didn't have that.
And I just used the wiki doc. Let's check the Laya sheet. See
Alex has
see
been
what's
cheating us this whole time.
Based. True.
It's actually a pretty large amount of hit points. Like
let's
level
check,
7, that's 7
let's check
HP at
Laya's
the time.
sheet.
The wiki dot doesn't say it. Also,
As
I
an
know Laya
action, you
doesn't
can
have it.
spend. Yeah, Laya doesn't have it. The wiki dot doesn't say it.
What about roll 20? Maybe, I don't know.
Sussy. Echo's finding shit that none of us can find.
No, it's in fucking 5e tools.
It's not on Wikidot. I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe it's
I
a
linked
errata
it.
that they updated later. I don't know. Anyways, we're just gonna keep playing with it as we have. Yeah, and then there's boys outside the fort. There's the boys in the fort with the water situation. Then there's Renesmee. I think next session we'll start with the dolphin expedition. So you guys can drop in a bit later than the actual start time. Then there's this whole water situation, which if you have any questions in between sessions about how things are established of like how to work it out, that's fine. And for those of you outside the fort, it sounds like you're just chilling, getting a long rest that you desperately need. So Dota, you can consider this to be the first day of your long rest. Clap. 1 out of 7.
Can I consider that?
Yeah,
On
of
the
course.
wiki it does say that.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, wait.
I'm literally looking at it right now.
Yeah, it does
So am
not say
I.
that. What is happening?
Wait, I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen. You are gaslighting me.
What? I'm looking at the Roll20 thing. It doesn't say it. Are we gaslighting him?
Echo's right. It does say that on his screen.
I don't understand.
Gaslighting me.
Wait, I just took the healer feat straight from Roll20. I don't know why it would be different.
Do you think it got
And
added
then
later?
here,
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure we literally just dragged the feet onto your sheet, so I don't know how it would have gotten fucked up. Well,
Yeah, I
anyways,
don't know either.
we're just gonna keep using it the same way we have, but that's cool.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know. Wait.
I know I didn't edit it, so it just is what it is. I guess.
Singular background.
The only thing the Harkon has done is that in his specific feed page, it says can only be used once per short rest.
Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah, that's the
Let
only
me-
change I did.
Let me.
Well, this is a debate that can be settled at a different time. At the moment, we are wrapping
What if
things
I
up.
find my physical copy of the player's handbook?
Oh shit.
well, they had the big guns.
While he does that,
I think it's somewhere.
Archon, I
around
have a
here.
question.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
what's
I
up?
don't have it here. Never mind.
okay.
Out of character, how fucked am I roughly? Like,
If you don't encounter a sea monster, you're fine.
Well, prepare
How do we
prepare a new
decide
character for next
if
session.
I-
There's going to be an
Probably
encounter
an
check.
RNG roll.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
we just roll a dice, and
Means
if it's
there's
a
a chance.
certain number, then you encounter a sea monster.
Oh my god.
How
It's
common are sea
like-
monsters? How high is the roll? Is it gonna be like a D100 or what?
It's
just
going to be a D20, and I think you guys saw one on your way to
Oh.
Gela Isle.
There's a very
We
easy
did.
way you can guarantee not finding a sea monster.
Yeah.
You need to go find your cat right now and pet it for good luck.
Oh, I
All right,
will.
well, I will see you folks
We
next
saw a
week.
sea monster and
Turn
a
into a
ghost
sea
baby.
monster the moment you do see.
There it is. I will see you folks next week for the continuation. It's going to be a bit more of a sporadic session next time, but it'll be engineering solutions, a dolphin going to a different island, communication, and then 3 guys sitting around a campfire talking. So, Ethan, your homework in between
Yeah,
sessions
dude.
is to think of some conversation topics between Lars, Professor Pushton, and Maximus. I'll see you guys.
my best.
Oh wait, one last thing. Is
Yeah.
training counted as like fucking with your long rest?
No, not at all.
Okay, I could get some more land proficiency. And
Great,
you should
yeah.
get some more. What were you getting from me? Unarmed strike?
Yeah, I was getting unarmed.
Yeah, when we get to the end of the long
attacks.
rest, you guys can add 2 out of whatever progress to that. All right,
Sick.
I will see you guys next week. I think same time. I don't think there will be any problem with that. And I think that's all. Bye bye.